Welcome to Pod episode 64. Today, you are joined by
What's going on? Seb?
Gabriel.
Jamal.
Kendrick.
Josh.
Yes, sir. We have a very special guest in the crib today. Our boy Jamal. Literally ran into him on the street. Said, fuck it, bring him on the pod.
Yes, sir.
Jamal, how you feeling? First time on 5ASIDE. You a celebrity now, bro.
Nah, I'm hanging out. I'm bringing Raising the Roof back too.
Okay.
Hanging out, sharing the mic.
You gotta relax, bro.
Sharing his camera,
Hanging
bro.
out, sharing the mic.
You gotta relax.
We gotta explain this. We gotta explain the setup because it's gonna
facts.
Be, it's gonna be.
And it's
very
4 mics
apparent.
instead of 5.
Yeah,
This is a regular thing for me and Kendrick's friendship. This type of joke here.
Bonded. Love it. Well, Jamal's going to be giving us very interesting perspective on everything.
It's good.
If y'all don't know him yet, you will know him by the end of this episode. I promise you that, because he cannot hold it in. So,
Do you want to intro who you are?
yeah.
Where you from, bro? Where you from?
Yeah, where you from? What do you do?
So I
Life
grew
story?
up.
I'm playing.
I grew up between Queens and Ghana.
What does that mean?
What does that mean? I got to live coming to America and Juice at the same time. So interesting lifestyle. But yeah, I grew up doing a lot of things. I fix stuff. I make stuff.
Wow.
I try to be a resource for folks. You know what I'm saying? Kind of a problem solver.
Mm.
But yeah.
Western Elders.
I was about to say, shout out Western Elders, bro.
You know what I'm saying? Look at me being so casual. Oh, it's crazy. Oh, yeah. I have a brand called Western Elders. It's based on my experience growing up on both sides of diaspora. Kind of I look at myself as a little bit of a tour guide. I can speak to the people on one side and make them feel comfortable being in this new place. And there's a lot of people in this place that have lost their way back home and feel fearful of how to get back and may feel discomfort in going back. So I try to, build that bridge back up and make sure there's pride there. You can go to Old Navy and get some American flag stuff whenever you want, but it's hard to find something that represents you fully and where you're from, especially in this place that's supposed to represent all cultures. But
That's a bar, bro. And that's actually very related to the African diaspora as it comes into footy and someone being Nigerian but playing on the English national team, all those sorts of things. So that's some stuff we can definitely get into. So now I appreciate you for joining us, bro. As always, we do start with our question of the week. But before that, big shout out and big clap to No One Home for our Connecting Culture night that we had last Thursday. So we hosted our first networking night with the homies at No One Home. So really cool way to be able to bring in so many people of the New York footy scene. We had players from Brooklyn FC. We had people from different teams, leagues, brands, agencies, consultancies, artists, fashion people. So now amazing night to bring everyone together. Pass the mic around so everyone could get to know each other a little bit more and introduce themselves and whatnot. But thought it was a dope night. Any thoughts on what we brought together?
It's always cool when you host a networking night and people say they actually network.
Literally, yeah.
Because even just like, people be clicked up, it's hard to break the ice and, make people feel comfortable. So a lot of alignment in that room that needed to happen.
People getting interviews, things of that nature. So, yeah, big shout out to No One Home, first of many, and we'll keep it going with them, no doubt. Right. So, question of the week. So, we are a few games now into the European League season. We're all fans of different teams. We got AC Milan, Real Madrid, Chelsea, another Chelsea, and Manchester United. So, the question of the week is, a few games into the league season, how are y'all feeling about y'all teams? Seb, I know Milan's going through a lot right now. You have a lot of stories to share, so I'm going to let you just cook.
Should I go?
Yeah, go crazy.
There's kind of two things I want to touch on. I think the first thing is kind of a discussion that I brought up with you in the chat. Like, I'm kind of enjoying being shit again, like, as a club. It was less fun. Like, I started being a fan, like, when I was maybe 10 years old, so 10 years ago, in, like, 2014, when the club wasn't good, like, finishing 10th, 8th, 7th. And then we kind of started getting back into Champions League soccer, won the league. And honestly, it was less fun than what it's like to have a club where you don't know that you're going to win every week. So you, as a Real Madrid fan...
Why does he do this?
I'm just... I'm going to back you.
And kind of Kendrick was saying something like this maybe 4 or 5 months ago on the pod where he was like, it's more fun to not win a trophy during the season. And we all kind of laughed at him, but I now low-key understand what he means. It's more fun to be a fan when it's uncertain about the result. And when you low-key, like, can hate a little bit.
You like the chase. You like the chase type
Like,
shit.
the banter that comes with having players that are not good is honestly more enjoyable as a fan than having everyone be great.
to you though.
To me,
you're also a
me.
fan of what, the second, third most successful club in the history of football.
I just haven't
who
seen
has
it.
7
Right,
so
Third.
you as a 20, probably third.
Second.
So you as a
Third.
you could argue third.
That doesn't
No.
affect.
No, wait, but I'm trying to
Hold on,
can I say
no.
something?
Wait.
You're not cooking.
No.
though.
I'm not
Look
even
it
saying
up.
anything. I'm
Just
just
look
trying
it
to
up.
ask
Yeah,
a
I
point.
understand. But there's you know where the
United
debate's
second?
coming from.
No,
You know where the angle's coming from.
But what I'm saying is a 35-year-old AC Milan fan,
Yeah.
what do you think their take would be? You think they want to see their team struggling that they've seen be successful?
think-
Kaká,
Go ask this guy
and
about a
Maldini and all
35-year-old.
that. You feel me?
I
So
think
you know what I'm saying? Your
irrelevant to
perspective's
what his
coming from
idea
a
is.
very
He's-
early
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
and specific
Yes.
phase to your club.
35.
And your club is probably should be, I hope, I root for y'all a little bit, you know. We'll get back to that kind of level.
I think so.
So
I
you
think,
don't want it to happen?
Well, so one of my friends is a huge Bologna fan.
Okay.
He is going to get to watch his
Is
team-
Bologna from Bologna?
So I knew he was gonna
Yes,
say
it
that.
is.
shit.
Like, I would put so much money.
That-
Put so-
yes,
That he was gonna say that.
That's a Kendrick ass question. I like
That
it.
was a genuine question. Though.
It's smart. It's a smart question.
But yes, it's true.
So why do we call it Bologna if it's actually Bologna?
Because we Americanize Italian words.
But
for
what's the E? What's the Bologna?
Bro, we changed the words
Because
of mad
when
things.
when
no,
Italian,
but it's spelled with an A.
when Italian immigrants came to the U.S., a lot of words got Americanized.
Is that not a legit
No,
question?
it is a legitimate question. It's kind of the same conversation of Colonel. You know what I'm saying?
versus Cornell.
Colonel.
Yeah, but this is like an actual just direct word from another language. So why do we like? You know what I'm saying?
Because when people came to America, the speed of which they spoke changed.
Yeah.
And that's how the accents developed.
All right.
So if you speed
It
up
was
a
nice,
British
bro, I'm telling
accent,
you.
it becomes a Yankee accent.
Yeah.
And then you add certain twangs to it, like you bring the Creole influence from the Cajun influence that Montreal brought to the South. That twang with the Southern twang makes Louisiana what it is, and X, Y, and Z.
And then you get Bologna.
You get bologna.
Bro.
Like
Even the accent for Americans is also different because of the fact that it was the lower class people
Yeah,
in Britain that came, and so the higher class people wanted the accent to be different.
that's one of
And
my
it's more
hip hop
connected
TED
to
talks.
immigration and everything as well.
Like
Then-
imagine you're like an Italian who comes to the U.S. and you want to sound as British as possible. You're gonna change your A's to E's
Okay.
to mimic a British accent. So Bologna might become Bologna. So
Yeah, that's English.
I'm
is
sorry,
so
I
much.
derated. I
Nah,
derailed
bro.
your point.
Nah, you're
History
good.
lesson. History lesson.
Anyway,
Your
he's a huge
friends.
Bologna fan. His club has never been to the Champions League before. This year, he just bought tickets to go watch Liverpool, to watch them play Liverpool in Liverpool, to go watch them play in Lisbon against Benfica and Sporting. And he says that this is the happiest he's ever been because he lived through a lot of struggle and kind of like the week in, week out
Story
of
of my life.
uncertainty has paid off. And I think honestly, as a fan, that might be a better experience. I think that's the better experience. As a fan.
I think it's a personal. You're a Knicks fan like me, right?
Yeah.
So we can talk about that. I think it just depends on the person.
I agree.
Because, like, even within the beauty of sport is that it's not a guarantee. No matter how good Barca was at times, no matter how good Brazil's been, Real Madrid, you're not guaranteed to win La Liga, the Prem, the Champions League, the World Cup, et cetera, et cetera. So being the most successful team still came with mad failures, mad uncertainty, mad whatever. And I've enjoyed seeing the success of Real Madrid more than the Knicks, who have been in the fucking mud. But I will say, when that ring comes, it will be crazy, as
Right?
fuck.
Wouldn't it be a little?
But
bit
it's still
stupid?
not. I still rather be Real
But
Madrid.
it'll be a little bit.
Like, I wish the Knicks were as successful as the
Time out,
Lakers
time out.
were.
I just realized I'm the only person sitting here who's seen the New York Knicks in an NBA final.
Oh, hey,
Yeah.
yo.
That's crazy. That's
What-
sick.
It was
What year?
2000.
What year?
99.
99, 2000.
That was when I really like start. That was my uncle's like, oh,
I didn't-
this is how
They
basketball
lost to
works.
Houston, right?
You're wild, and they lost to the San Antonio Spurs, 2 8th seeds. They weren't even supposed to make it.
When did they lose to Houston? Or did not? Houston won 2 rings when
Houston
Jordan
was
was gone.
1994, and
Okay.
New York technically
So-
won because Kenny
he
Smith
said-
is from Left Rack City, so we got to check.
Yeah, I told you it was Houston. Yeah, I knew they lost
That
to
was
Houston.
94. That was 94.
When Jordan was gone, right?
Yeah,
When Jordan was gone. Jordan left. Houston won 2 rings.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I was gonna say my
Because
point
you're
to
a Knicks
that
fan, yeah.
is I think that when you're a fan of a team that is gone on a long time losing streak, that has just not seen the playoffs or has not seen a championship in a really long time, that really develops the pride in you as a fan.
Yeah.
And it also makes you really love the sport for what it is.
Yeah.
Because you can see the talent for a really pure angle. When somebody is just really talented and just given a shot because this is the only place that would give them a shot, you maybe get to see them shine. And it gives them an opportunity to maybe become the star that they were supposed to be.
Yeah.
So as much as it may feel like, you know, it's a loss, it's the rebuilding period is the rebuilding period. Like everything is going according to plan, hopefully. You know what I'm saying? Upper
Yeah.
management got to do what they got to do. But,
It's a fact.
but
I think the thing though, the difference between basketball and soccer is that a lot of teams have never even had a rebuilding
a
period.
rebuilding period. I
They
feel
just say
that.
that
I feel that.
Fans don't even expect the club to
Yeah.
try and rebuild.
No, some
yeah.
teams
You're
are
just shit.
and some
You're
teams are
just
just
shit.
some
About
teams are
football or
constantly
for,
talking about
which ball? Which ball?
footy.
Soccer, footy.
Some teams are constantly bouncing between first and second division too. It's a different. It's very hard to make the comparison. But I'm just saying, for me, basketball and soccer, my two instances. I want my team to win type shit.
There ain't no NBA teams that's been shit for life.
That's a fact. There's mad
they-
teams like that.
The Knicks is close
It's
to it.
Charlotte
The
Hornets.
Knicks is
for
close.
life, for life, for life.
The
The
Charlotte
Knicks is
Hornets.
close to it. Yeah, but
the
they're so
history of the
new.
Knicks is
No,
that's so
they are
good.
not. That is a young
Yo.
boy statement. The Charlotte Hornets been a team. So even if you compile
Didn't
Charlotte
they
Hornets
leave?
and Bobcats.
Oh,
yeah,
and Bobcats.
It's always
okay.
been
If
a
you
Charlotte team.
count
is
the
my point.
Bobcats too.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, yeah, no.
I think it's a market thing too.
What about the Bucks? No, the Bucks had
No, the
those eyes.
what?
They
Who else?
just
Cinder,
won
Robinson
too. They just
Robinson?
they
It's
just
different.
won too.
It's different.
It's
New
it's
guy?
there's also parity with a salary cap and shit like that. So it's hard to compare. There's also a draft that gives you advantage if you did have a bad season. Like if you get relegated, you don't get to pick the best young academy talent. Like it's not.
No.
It's very hard to
Figure it
compare.
out, fam.
Football too is hard to compare. American
Is
football.
that the only NBA team that was shit?
Who?
The Charlotte.
I'm saying they weren't shit.
No, yeah, like they were trash. But I know what you
They
mean.
still
Yeah,
haven't
in
made the
same
playoffs though. Wait, no. Wait, what's his face on? Oh, that was the New Orleans Hornets. These teams be switching too
sense. Yeah,
much.
you know what I'm saying.
Charlotte might be the only
Bobcats,
team. That might be
I
the.
just think of Charlotte. Charlotte's never had a season where it was like.
But
oh,
here's the
okay.
difference, though. Their best season is still better than some of these footies teams will ever get close to experiencing.
No, I
That's
completely
the crazy.
hear that. And I was gonna ask y'all.
gonna
because
see their
my
best
knowledge
season.
doesn't go that far. But is there a situation like you said, American football doesn't exactly compare? But I think about a team like maybe like the Tennessee Titans, where you're in a market where you're the only sport, so it doesn't matter how well you do. You're gonna make
Oh,
so
yeah.
much.
Oh,
money.
that's most of the teams actually.
That's what I was gonna ask. What is there?
No.
What team is that it's like the owner doesn't care? Kind of like how people looked at the Knicks. The Knicks owner his pops was rich. He goes on tour, Bon Jovi,
Yeah.
playing in a band instead of running the team. So like he could care less about the team being successful. Is there any owners or anybody like that that's like, damn, bro,
Sure.
you really be showing your ass?
A
So
lot of these owners.
yeah, but
sure.
the really rich owners have to be on a big team
You can't
because you can't
do
fail
that
in soccer.
You can't
yeah.
do that
You can't lose.
when you're a team that isn't in a major market. And if you're not a team like you can't have the Titans is like the Titans compared to the rest of I guess maybe the Bills. The Bills compared to the rest of the NFL makes about as much money as what, like a top 8 team, top 9 team in the NFL, maybe.
Yeah.
They
if
picked
you're-
up recently too, no?
yeah, they've been good
Yeah,
recently.
But
man.
my point is that in Buffalo, that's all you have.
Yeah.
You have the Bills.
Yeah.
Nothing else.
So that doesn't necessarily exist in soccer because every major city has a major team. There is no major city in
Yeah.
soccer that doesn't have a major team. Whereas
That's facts.
there are very few non-major cities that have major teams. Whereas Buffalo, which is not a major city, technically has a major team.
Yeah.
That doesn't
Fair.
necessarily
Fair.
I
That's
tryna
not
think,
a
like,
common thing.
It's
That's
also
fair.
it's also hard for us to analyze a major city to those countries because I don't know England's
Fair.
perception.
Yeah, like
you
local
know what I
bias.
mean? Like
Yes.
to us, a Liverpool might
generally,
not.
Manchester.
No,
London,
Manchester, Liverpool.
Yeah, yeah.
Liverpool.
What do you think about Italy?
I know what
Turin?
you- I know what
'Cause
you're
I don't know if
trying
Yeah,
to
Turin
say.
yeah.
is. Okay.
Turin, Milan, Rome.
I guess it's
Napoli.
hard with the U.S. too because we just have so many major cities, so it's a hard.
Yeah, but Buffalo is not a major.
no,
Okay.
I'm aware.
Okay, cool.
I'm aware.
No, I
That's
thought we were about
facts.
to have.
No.
He's about to
That's
ride
a
for
good point.
upstate, nigga.
I'm trying to think.
Yeah,
He's
that's
about to
what I
ride
thought.
for upstate.
Not at all.
Take-
I
Um,
didn't see Kanye there.
anyway,
Crazy,
My
crazy
second
coincidence.
story about AC Milan,
Yeah.
and I'll get to it quickly, is AC Milan has started off the season very poorly.
What you like?
I do enjoy it, but regardless, the players are not enjoying it because they're not playing well. So we have not started the season off well, and we go into our third game. Our coach, who is a new coach, is kind of trying to show that he's like, he has a little bit of personality as a manager. So he benches 2 of our star players, Leao and Teo Hernandez. He benches them at the beginning of the game. We're down 2-0 against Lazio. Maybe it was 2-1. We're down 2-1 against Lazio. He brings them on, Leao and Hernandez, and they immediately score. Immediately, like a sight.
Leao
maybe a
didn't
minute in.
celebrate either.
Leao doesn't celebrate. He grabs the ball, jogs back to the half-field line. It's hot in Italy right now. It's August, so they have a cooling break right after they score. Leao and Hernandez stand on the other side of the field, don't walk over to the cooling break, whereas Tammy Abraham and Musa, who had just come on with them, do go to the cooling break. So, my question to y'all is that a problem? Then, moving forward, one of like the famous Italian pundits that kind of like talks on TV and stuff, him and Capello, they were talking about it. It became a big deal in Italian media because, you know, a player acting like that isn't necessarily going to be looked at as positive, especially if your team isn't starting off well. Di Canio puts up some sort of statement where he's like, "Oh, if I was like a player, if I was a coach during my day at least, like I would have grabbed him by the neck, pushed him against the wall, and beat him up."
Italian.
Leao puts a photo on his Instagram story of Di Canio celebrating when he was a player, throwing up a fascist salute. Said nothing, just put that photo on his Instagram story.
Like
and
the
left it at that.
arm out thing. Yeah, that's a
context,
great.
Leao is black.
Nope.
Yeah.
Why you trying to play with me, son?
Oh,
I know who he
nigga,
is.
stupid.
He's
Nah,
nice.
you're good. You're good.
Come on.
It was what? That was a good intention.
Nah,
that was
yeah,
good
yeah,
intention.
yeah,
That
You know
was
I
good
love you,
intention.
bro.
Yeah,
It's not
yeah.
even like that.
Yeah, yeah.
I know. I'm sorry, bro. I'm
Good intention, though. No, I'm saying. Yeah, he's good. He's good. He's good. He's good. He's good.
What the fuck you just?
Nah, trust me, trust me.
Come on, you know I know all.
Alright,
I know all the black folk at the very.
Tell you shit.
You know him.
Is he low-key
That's-
moved to AC Milan? Is he-
Nah, say that.
He is,
Relatively,
right?
relatively.
Yeah,
Nah, it's
like,
good shit.
So you know Mbappe and Vini and all
Of
that. Yeah, you
course,
good.
of
You
course.
good.
I actually judge Mbappe a lot.
So, that's kind of the story.
We'll get there.
Nah, we'll get there. I want to hear the Mbappe take.
How?
Yeah.
I guess I kind of just open it up to y'all. What are y'all comments, thoughts?
I want to know your thoughts as a fan first.
And I had one question. So they were benched. Okay.
Yeah.
And just off of performance.
How do you feel? It's your club, man.
How do I
Okay.
feel about which part specifically?
That's the thing. So there's many different parts.
Go crazy.
The whole story.
Everything.
Okay.
The benching.
So
benching the
Hernandez
players.
Hernandez does something interesting, which I didn't expect him to do. He went and spoke to the media after the game, and he said, "Oh, like we had just come on, we didn't need a cooling break. Like we
This is fair.
we just heard the tactics from the coach." However, a video came out from like a fan like sitting in the stadium who like had a better view than the TV cameras of Tammy gesturing to Leao and Teo to come to the cooling break and them shaking their head and saying no.
No. I mean, if you're a star player, you're a key player to the team, and it's a new manager, right?
Yeah.
He's fucking around. He's putting you and your mans on the same wing on the bench.
Yeah.
And you come on and you score immediately and kind of show your worth. It's like a little subtle, like fuck you, bro. Like,
Yep. That's what I think.
like play me next time. Like start me next
That's
time.
what I think.
And that's like a healthy, like, what's it called? Not dialogue, but like, yeah, like a non-verbal dialogue. Yeah, it's a healthy rebuttal to be like, nah, bro, like start me next game.
If you're a coach, how does that make you feel? Because
You feel like a dickhead. You feel like you should have started him.
but is there now animosity?
Of
Ah,
course.
that's
course,
what I
of
was gonna
course.
say.
No,
Because it's
course. I
August.
think
I
It's
was going to
August.
ask too.
So like
how did
this
he perform the last two games?
shit. Top comment. The team is like kind of broken in August.
Nah, I mean,
they'll be all right.
yeah. At the end of the day, the thing with just sports,
like,
it's a transparent work environment,
Yeah.
which is something that you have to take into account. I'm saying so
Tension
it's-
is very apparent.
bro,
It's
and,
hard
s-
to hide that.
Very.
and so yeah, for me, it's
But you don't want tension in August.
And we're past the age. We talk about this all the time. We're past the time of like players need to like shut up and follow the rules to a T and
Right,
don't
right.
do anything that could be seen as
Right.
disgruntled. Like, bro, they're clearly frustrated.
right.
There are
All
lots of feel that way.
workplaces have changed, right? You know
There are
what I'm
lots
saying?
of feel that way.
Nah, honey. I mean,
It's a
as-
team sport though.
That's the
So
thing.
what about
I would say, what about
The
the
team.
teammates?
Nah, they're gonna be tight, but that's also part of it. It's just like you said, it's just transparent. Like this, clearly there's beef. Like let's not act like there's not beef. We
So
want to
that's
act
the
like
thing.
everything is rosy. Everybody get along. Your teammates mad at you. Okay, you tell.
Okay.
Isn't that a
okay.
bit
No, hold on.
sad?
So I'm gonna bring it around for me.
Too.
Obviously, transparent work environment. Take it to another realm or space in life. Let's say, you know what I'm saying, you and whoever you're with, it's just going left.
Me and whoever I'm with.
yeah, your partner
Your partner.
You mean
in a
romantic
relationship?
just, you know.
Okay.
I like where you're going.
No,
with
you
that.
feel
Yeah.
me? Because like at the same time, the reason they build up the team is the fact that like, obviously you don't want to have to, what's the word? You don't want to have to limit how you actually feel, you know, to create a healthy situation.
You don't have to pull your punches.
You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, too, the fact that other outside factors can affect,
And
either
you
enhance
and see.
or worsen
Yeah.
the situation.
But I think that there's in that relationship analogy, there's a time to also just be transparent with how you feel. Like
Mhm.
if you and your partner going at it, at some point it's like, nah, I need to step outside. Like I don't need to act like I'm happy with the situation. Like I need
Step
to,
outside, like if y'all out together.
Yeah,
no,
but
I'm saying like if we're in the crib and we arguing or something. Or
that's
you did
different.
But
they're
this
not-
is
this is
on
the
millions
only-
of people
that's
watching.
what I was
not
gonna
in the
say. I
crib.
think
that's the problem.
I think
Go
the
ahead, go
big
I
difference
mean,
is the
same
stakes.
thing too.
No, so like
But if you're out
in the
If we're
crib,
out in
in the,
public,
I have a
on my-
story.
no,
but
I got you. No, but in the
Shit
crib,
crazy.
in this situation for me, in the crib is like, yo, team talks, because you could,
yeah,
at the-
locker room.
you know what I'm saying?
I'll say
Locker room,
personally-
the office, training ground. There's no cameras for shit. But this is when you step out, go to the movies. Now y'all beefing.
No,
Yeah,
it's not
no.
even
At dinner,
movies.
it's more dinner.
It's friendsgiving, bro.
Okay, Friendsgiving.
Friendsgiving.
No,
No,
it's
no,
bigger.
yo,
I say it's
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 bigger. though.
friendsgiving. You're
I
with your
think it's
shorty.
more
Your shorty
public,
calls
though.
you over.
No,
and
no,
you
it's
step
even
out
more.
the house.
It's
I think
even
it's
more-
more public.
It's even more
I
public.
think
Bro,
your
it's
eyes, you
80,000
walk out the crib.
Nah, I think it's like-
80,000 niggas. Hell
It's like
nah.
Thanksgiving,
Nigga.
like fighting at your girl's family's crib at
Yo,
Thanksgiving.
yo,
Word.
dude, type
This is
shit.
grabbing me
Like,
off the stage of
everybody's
Pino
really
Friday, bro.
watching.
Like
Everybody's
what?
really
no,
watching.
No, 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 no.
Now the whole world, like people in their TV watching.
Yeah,
No, and
bro.
more so, I think
That's
I
at
think
least
the-
Niggas is talking about it on podcast.
That's not Friendsgiving. Yes, literally. Some
Yo.
dickheads in New York are talking about this shit.
Celebrity
Oh, right,
relationship,
right.
man.
No, but in all honesty, the thing I'm thinking is the stakes of it are way different
Mm.
because if you have that situation with your shorty, it doesn't exactly affect your legacy and how the rest of your career could pan out, which is something that I think
Yeah.
is also
Yeah.
the sour part. It's like, damn, how do I stand up for myself or protect my legacy to the point where I can still stay in this league and not tarnish, like not get in my own way
Yeah,
and not damage my own career.
100. That's why some
I
things
think
are
it's-
for the
yeah.
back room.
I don't think it's good for the teammates. So fuck the coach. For the teammates, we took this vibe and one of it. Nah, I'm not rocking with it.
As
I'm not rocking with it.
as people who've played team sports,
Mm.
how would you feel?
Nah, bro, don't
No,
do that shit.
now let's apply the fact that we're all being paid here and that we all have maybe stipulations that we have to hold up to,
Mm.
that like this is just
It
how
is-
sports go.
it is a
You know what I'm
contract,
saying?
yeah.
It's
100,
contractual,
I
and
think-
everybody's situation being slightly different.
It's layered. It's layered.
Like in the work aspect, that may be a really bonded work situation
It's
because
very
we're
bo-
together a lot,
very
we
bonded.
train together, we have to have
Travel
a certain
together.
level of chemistry.
You see each other more than your
successful.
families.
Exactly.
More.
Yeah.
So like,
But I
what do
feel
you
like-
think about that? Putting yourself in that
Go
position.
ahead, go ahead.
Nah, I feel like that makes it even more like not as big of a deal as we're making it, because like they're a band of brothers already. So it's like, yo, like sometimes you actually just need to take space, and especially if it's a situation like I don't know AC Milan that well, but I assume like
You do though.
Teo
We are
and
Chelsea, so
Leao,
you do.
like have like that
This
connection.
guy, bro.
I don't think it's a good idea. Now, so there's nuance to conversations. The Italian Di Canio talking about throw him up against the wall, beat the shit. Like, all right, relax. It's not that serious. From a team standpoint, regardless of how you feel about the coach, y'all have 1 point in the first 3 matches. You're not winning the match. You tied. Was that your first point of the season?
Yeah.
Y'all have some things to talk about in the huddle, even if you just got subbed on. And Tammy and Musa just went to the y'all should be talking about getting the 3 points.
Yep.
So regardless of ego, whatever, like nah, you should be there. But
It's-
let's also relax. Like it's not that big a deal. Move on. He should start. But I don't think you should do that. And if someone if Vini did that, now obviously, Vinny's one of the most hated athletes out there. But if Vinny did that, bro, niggas would be come on.
No, it's
Gabe.
also layered though.
I was gonna say, Gabe, I've learned a lot about you as a competitor today.
In what sense? I'm trying to win, nigga. What's up?
No, I see you.
Winning isn't for everyone.
No.
Shout out
Oh,
Nike.
oh,
No, it's a Nike quote. It's a Nike
No,
quote.
I know.
Crazy.
I
Yeah.
know. I saw the ad. I just didn't put it in my pocket for later.
Winning is not for everyone.
Type shit.
Winning is not for everyone.
It's just layered though, bro. It's layered because, like, for instance, like if there's a situation where, let's say, Leao's been doing well in training, and everybody knows that he should start, and he does that, then now there's a whole it's too much preying going on.
Yeah.
Too much preying. But as you said too, the reality of the fact is because of how bonded niggas is to them. Hopefully, it's not as big as it is to us.
No.
For them, they've seen that shit already.
Or it could be worse.
no, but you feel me?
Yeah, of
For
course.
them, they've seen the
It's
fact
just
that
disrespectful to the coach who's
Yes,
new.
of
That's the
course,
only
of
issue.
course, of course.
Which
I
might
think
be
it-
the intent.
Yeah.
But that yeah. It is
Either way-
it is the intent.
Either way, it's been
It's the
dragged.
intent.
It's been
They
dragged.
don't like him. The players, they're fucking reposting shit saying that the coach is like shitty. Like they're liking tweets and when the player likes the tweet
Yeah.
that like
and unlikes it.
3 games in is crazy.
3 games
Fuck.
in August.
3
like,
games.
damn,
They're
that's
warming up. They're
fire.
warming up. They're warming up.
That's fire. Imagine you can go to a new job, right? And
Yeah,
whoever's
just
hating on
hate
you out the gate, you could just.
And you're the manager too. Yeah.
No. You could be the bottom of the totem pole and just be like, yo.
Oh, that's a new
Him.
player shit. Yeah, that's a
Him,
new
I don't
player
like
shit.
you, dog. I'm
Yeah.
letting you know out the gate. It's
That's
over.
so funny.
Hey man, listen, it's a
What was-
uphill battle, man.
What was the other side of your question?
Let's move on.
Okay. Do we want to keep talking about our teams?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, all of our teams are interesting right now.
Yeah. I mean,
Blow to the top already.
no, not at all, bro.
Oh,
No, we just spent a lot of time on that last one, which is good though. That was all good. I like the stories. I feel like Madrid and Mbappé, we ain't got to talk about all that. Y'all already know what it is. So
No, we don't. But
y'all want to talk about
Mbappé didn't score for like 4 games.
That's crazy.
3?
Jack.
All right, bet. How do I feel about Real Madrid? The vault has been open.
Mhm.
Scored twice. 3-0 win at home. It's ready. It's on now. Let's go. Period. Also, he didn't score in his first game and win the UEFA Super Cup trophy.
Yeah.
Everybody relax.
Yeah.
Everybody
How
relax.
do you feel about
Everybody relax.
How do you feel about them and Barca right now? Like Barca's the only team that got 4-4.
That's fine. It's very early. Beat them twice like we did last year. Keep it pushing. They look great though. Shout out Lamine, young player of the year. I expected.
Oh, for real.
Yeah, I already predicted it. Yeah, and I'm Spanish, bro. So the way I can't. No, I
Once an
can't.
episode.
No, I can't hate on Barca the same way. Cause it's like I do need
What?
Lamine to be balling out. Like I need the Spanish talent, but then I
Wait,
need them
you
to
Spanish
lose.
like from Spain?
Yeah, I'm
I
half
never
Spanish.
knew that, bro.
You feel
Yeah.
that way?
You stupid type shit.
Like it's like when Iniesta and Xavi were cooking. It's like I actually need y'all to cook, but like I need y'all to lose
I
too.
don't feel that way. I fucking hate Barella.
No, I hate the team.
No,
But I
I
like
hate-
Lamine Yamal.
If there's an Italian player on Inter, I'll get him.
No. When you win the World Cup, it's like, yeah.
You don't like
Fuck.
Inter? Who's your favorite player, sir, ever?
Balotelli.
What Sharawi?
No, it's not. It's Balo.
Balotelli.
Who's your favorite player ever?
Oh,
Talk about Balo, bro.
no,
Come on.
Is it actually?
Y'all trying to set me up.
No, we're not trying to set you up.
Nah.
Talk about it.
It's not. He's not my favorite player. He's nice. He's nice. I OD mess with him, but it's more so like his treatment and like something
a
I've
fact.
known about it from
fact.
young. So it's kind of just put a damper on the game. That's also a big reason why I don't follow the sport so hard. It's just it's making me compromise a lot of my morality to
Okay.
enjoy the sport. You know, so it's like,
Mm.
damn. Like
What
how much
specific
am I really-
treatment?
What
of him?
specifically?
Yeah.
The racist treatment. Like,
It's a
fam, at
fact.
the end of the day, if somebody, and this is my thing with sports, yo, this is one place where you find friends that you would not be friends with in real life.
Big facts.
You know what I mean? Like, there's a lot of like
Shit.
and not to bring up basketball again, but there's a player in high school that was really popular named Akil Carr. And he was called
Bro, the Crime Stopper.
Of course.
Yeah.
Feel me?
The Crime
Like,
Stopper in Baltimore.
He was nice. He was my height, dunking on centers. Like he was
Shorter.
out the
Yeah,
gym,
crazy.
man.
He has one of the
The
best
whole gym.
mixtapes ever. Yeah.
So
Ball is life.
Facts.
yeah, you feel me?
Yeah, one of
So-
the
Can you
craziest.
say why he was called the Crime Stopper for
Oh yeah, he was called the Crime Stopper because crime in the city would stop when he was playing.
Baltimore.
So, everybody in Baltimore was like, "Nah,
We gotta
gotta
watch.
go see what's up."
Hoop
Yeah.
mixtape.
He was like that. So, and it's just more so to see vehemently how disrespectful they are. One, because it's like this is your club, dog. Like it's actually mad confusing. It's like who wants to break up their own house? Who wants to ruin their own crib? So it throws me off, but then it also makes me feel.
What?
It also
Nah, niggas be ruining their own houses.
You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
Nigga Gibbs said, "I know a few."
So like in all honesty, it just
Yeah.
makes me feel like I can't enjoy this that much because in the back of my mind, it's hard to feel like when you see a player that does well,
Mhm.
like we look up to these people. You know what I mean?
Superheroes.
We admire their lifestyle. We see the journey they've had and see how they rise to this position and get to live a beautiful life. And we aspire to live like that. We all like it's like being a boy. You got a poster on the wall. You touch the poster before you go out to play. Like it's a whole thing. So then to see what the reality of that is, it dampens that dream for you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like as much as they may feel like they're making a statement for themselves in the moment, but it's like, yo, for the fans to come, you're destroying something and you don't even realize it.
You talking about like racism in the stands,
Yeah,
sort of thing?
of course,
Yeah, of
man.
course.
It's ridiculous. It's wild to me.
Yeah, it's
bro,
crazy.
I
Mario
don't even
went
like
through that.
bananas in real life. That's the crazy part.
Niggas not
So it's
fuck
like
with.
imagine you doing your thing and just
It's insane, bro.
you know what I'm
That's
saying?
what
Mario
I'm saying.
Kart, crazy.
Hell
What's
that.
crazier is them not even being able to address the fact that it's racist.
Yep.
That's one thing we've talked about here, and Seb's brought up kind of that European perspective of like, nah, to them, this is just, we talk shit to the players, and towards you, this is the shit we talk. But it's not because you're black, even though it's because you're, you know what I'm saying? It's
I
like,
think we
but
heard
they
that
don't
one
get it,
before.
bro. It's crazy. Like, yeah.
We heard that one before.
To give,
Word,
to
it's
give
crazy.
and not an answer, but an explanation or kind of like another perspective on what you're saying. I feel like when we go back to that narrative of like seeing your heroes and seeing how they're treated.
Mhm.
Part of it is also like a motivational factor where it's like, as a black man living in America, I also experience racism, right? And I also have to go through that daily grind of like adversity. And so seeing some of my favorite athletes like a Drogba playing in a white league, you know, scoring on everybody, like making people love him despite all the adversity. The flip side of that coin is like, damn, he getting treated badly, but like, look at how resilient he is. Look at how look at how successful he is despite everything that he has to go through. And so it's a double-edged sword in that regard too, because it's also like a parallel for the reality of being a black person in a white country.
What's even crazier too, a flip side of that is that sometimes it can bring tolerance. I don't know if y'all ever saw the stat about Salah. I was just about to say Mohamed Salah is an Egyptian player playing in Liverpool, one of the best.
Out of a halal cart in my neighborhood. It's Egyptian.
Makes sense, bro. Probably
best of the best is what they're called.
Bro, sounds good. I'm trying to have that.
King of Egypt.
But like, that's what they call him, the Pharaoh. But like, genuinely one of the best Premier League players ever. Record-breaking seasons. He won the Prem for Liverpool after 30 plus years, whatever it was. And the Islamophobic crimes in the area of Liverpool went down. I forgot what exact percentage it was.
70.
Like a very large drop from seeing even him on the pitch being representation.
That brings up what Jamal was saying about the fact that people look up to people. I think one thing that you brought up, resilience is valid. Just hopefully it's not glamorized. You know, because people's like journey through struggle, especially as black men, black women. Becomes a narrative that can be used for entertainment.
Of course, of course.
At the same time, no. And the reality of the fact too is what you said about the fact that it could be motivational. Is the fact that like, yo, like that's some of the pillars that we see are the things that we would have to go through in other aspects of life. And so hopefully it could be attributed to that. But nah, bro, I don't know. It's more encouraging for me to see how when they go through, you know, those type of things, especially being black in those spaces, get over that and still get back to the spaces they come from. It's like, bro, like they gonna treat you that way, but we gonna do what we need to do to get back to us.
There's something I like to say, and it was like I was going through something in a social situation where people, doesn't even matter, but it made me, I was walking and thinking to myself, and I realized, yo, being from a bountiful place, that makes you a bountiful person. Kind of like a tree. The tree got the squirrels in it, got the birds upstairs, got some termites, maybe a woodpecker picking out the side, and it still got enough energy to give us all the oxygen we need. As much as we can't do we can't do anything for the trees. You know what I'm saying? We give it a little bit, but as much as it gives us, we can never equate to that. So I look at it in that aspect. So it's like, look at these people like trees, and that is also the reason to look up to them. It's just more so I'm a little shocked that it's something that could still go on.
Bro.
That's a fact.
It's nonstop, honestly.
Very jarring.
Vini, who we just talked about, went through I think about 10 racist incidents it was in Spain. But he finally got legal action that was considered a hate crime for the fans from Valencia who did the racism towards him in the stadium, which was like a very groundbreaking moment. And obviously some people say, oh, should it have happened like that? Is that too harsh of a punishment? But hopefully that level of legal intervention can really stop people from, you know, doing these kind of acts. But it's a global issue, bro. It's a global issue.
Speaking of Vini, and everything that's been going on, I think it was either today or yesterday, Vini gave an interview to CNN.
Big interview.
Big interview to CNN where he was talking about racism in Spain and how he's dealt with racism as a Real Madrid player. And he said a quote that I never expected to see from an athlete. I think this is actually shows how much like the platform of being a massive athlete has changed and the amount of power that they have.
Oh, facts.
He said that if there is no progress on racism before 2030, when Spain is due to host a World Cup in their country, they should change the host nation.
I saw that. I have a
bro. For a player to be comfortable enough to say that a country should not be allowed to host a World Cup is unbelievable.
It's fire.
Madrid's mayor José Luis Martínez Almeida said Vinícius Júnior's comments could be extremely damaging to Spain as host of the tournament, and that he has numerous times painted Spain as a racist nation unfairly.
Well, I'm Spanish.
This is the Spain, Morocco, Portugal thing?
And then also Uruguay.
This is the weird
Argentina, Chile,
and Saudi.
So what?
And Saudi, right?
No, what? No, that's going to be 2030.
Okay, sorry.
So this is interesting because I don't know if y'all remember one of our very early episodes. They were trying to ban someone from the 2022 World Cup, a team, a nation,
Russia.
And it was Russia, right? And we're trying to get into like the politics of teams and like where's the line that you draw Huh?
They were
Yeah.
in fact banned.
Where is the line you draw for the evil of a nation to not allow them to compete? And I said, well, shit, I'm American. Shout out the U.S. men's national team.
Yep.
But we're allowing the U.S. to compete if we're going to go off the crimes of a nation. You know what I mean? And obviously this is different because he's talking about a host nation.
Yep.
But then the host of 2026 is the U.S.
Mhm.
So are we going off of the evil of a country? Because the U.S. does, we don't even have to talk about it. Google it. Actually, go to the CIA's website if you want to know. It's public information what the U.S. does.
I wonder what country he'd be okay with.
That's my thing though. He just played in the 2022 World Cup. How many thousands of migrant workers died to build the stadiums that you just played in for Brazil? So
just
what
to
is the
clarify-
moral
just to clarify,
line on
exactly.
or off the pitch?
Exactly.
Because he's saying on the pitch, of course.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm just saying is like, I love that. It's like, okay, let's not have it in a racist country. First off, what's a non-racist country?
I mean, but
Second off, what's the infrastructure that's considered safe enough to have without using the labor of people who died to build the stadiums? So more like if you think about sports being the huge damn near what $1 trillion business that it is, and these corporations that are these teams, everything is corrupt everywhere all the time. So where is that line? And how do you kind of find where that is? So I'm not trying to diss what or to like not agree with what he's saying.
Yeah.
But it's like if Spain can't host it due to those issues,
Yeah.
I mean, look at the rest of the world, bro. Like where can you have
There's
it?
like maybe
feel-
4 countries.
Do you see what I'm saying? So it's like
But I think-
Indonesia, maybe
I think the point
Australia.
is-
yeah.
I think the point is like this is it's been a soccer specific issue.
Yeah.
Like yes, there's a bunch of other issues that every single country has. Nobody's perfect, but his point is like I'm literally playing for the best team in Spain.
Yeah.
I'm constantly experiencing racism. Nobody's doing anything about it. We should not allow a major soccer competition here where people are gonna be screaming how you say monkey in Spanish, like at me.
But they are doing something about it. They did have a legal pursuant of a person for
And
the
he's
first
saying,
time.
Like, if it doesn't get better by the next 6 years, they shouldn't be allowed to. I agree.
Did y'all see what happened at the Olympics to
No.
Shelly Ann and Sha'Carri
No.
Yeah.
with them
They
not
were-
being able to practice?
When they had to walk.
Yeah, that was
Okay, yeah,
crazy.
that's
that was
Exactly.
crazy.
So
Was
I
that
just
racism?
think, I think that there
Allegedly.
was some of that involved.
Word.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You know, it's social media, dog. I
Yeah.
said that shit not kept it not kept
Yeah.
it pushing. I saw it, and so many things have happened since.
Yeah,
I
of
can't even
course.
tell you. But in all honesty, I just think that's more so a lot of what the conversation is. We already know this is an issue in the sport. So to invite all these foreigners here to come experience this place, I think it doesn't behoove the hosting city because it could be damaging to your tourism, one, and then two, I think it just
Spanish
puts you
tourism.
guys in a lot of risk for bringing all these people who are notable to where they're from. They're respected where they're from. They're valuable where they're from, and it's just like a element of like risk that you don't need for an event like this.
I think because of Vini's story, Spain has had this reputation on an elevated platform. Whereas, like, yes, this racism exists in soccer at a bunch of other countries, etc. But because of Vini's platform, because of his notoriety, because he's on CNN with these things, like these issues are making it to CNN, world politics, world news. It has that gravity of like, nah, like he's in the position to advocate for change and for like what he's advocating for, which is not having the World Cup there, versus like
If it doesn't change. He's not
vers-
saying to move it, but yeah.
versus like a random dude in the Moroccan league who's saying like, oh, they're being racist towards me because I'm dark skinned. People aren't gonna like. It's unfortunate, but they're not gonna care the same.
take
It's
it
not
as
gonna hold the
serious.
same weight.
Yeah.
So I think my question, John, go ahead. I think my question, go.
You're good, bro.
No
Don't
worries.
matter.
Is does it make a difference that essentially Spain is saying that they themselves don't have a problem and they themselves are against what, like, does it make a difference that the organizers, the folks who are trying to put this organization on, are quote unquote being penalized for the spectators that are arriving in their stadium? Does it make a difference that it's the people that are putting on?
It's
Do
the
you understand
same
my
thing-
question?
It's the same thing as the Mexican chant at U.S. games.
Yep.
Where they're like, if y'all don't stop chanting this homophobic slur, the Mexico fans,
Mhm.
we're gonna have to call the game off.
Right.
Like we shouldn't be like, oh, the organizers didn't want that to
Yeah,
happen.
facts,
It's like,
facts.
nah, the damage is being done.
You have to
gotta stop the
control.
game.
You're responsible for your fans. Same way
Travis
Valencia.
Scott.
That's yeah, okay.
Boston Celtics.
R.I.P.
Boston Celtics.
Yeah, 100.
Once people are at your thing,
It's on you.
it's on
It's
you.
on you.
Yeah.
I think that's a
No,
good
no.
move.
Valencia's fans, like,
That's a
that's
good
on
move.
you, bro.
Yeah.
Even if, if someone in the company does some crazy shit, like, it's on the company.
Mhm.
CEO gets on CNN and talks about it. You know what I mean? So,
On the topic of international football, though,
yeah.
another thing I wanted to talk about briefly is the amount of games that are taking place for players.
No, it's way too much.
Year. And obviously, this has been an ongoing discussion about like just players playing too much. But I think it came up again recently with this most recent international break, because there are a number of players who typically play for England who have been kind of I don't remember the names off the top of my head, but they called out of like going to play during international break. And a lot of Arsenal fans are upset because Declan Rice and Saka got called up to play for England. But like they just finished playing in the Euros and straight to the Premier League, and now they're back on international break.
Mhm.
And so some people, I was reading an article about this guy who was basically saying they should implement a rule that like if you played in a major international tournament over the summer, the federation that you play in should prevent you from being called up like during the middle of the season,
I agree, especially
At least during that
for the first
window.
international break. I agree.
Yeah.
Like, why does Saka need to go for a Nations League game? Why?
Yeah. Why is there a Nations
Is
League?
Nations League and friendlies? Is it? It's not qualified.
There's no
for
friendlies
nothing.
anymore.
I mean, essentially,
it's just a
Nations League is supposed to be important.
It's competitive
No.
friendlies.
Nations League is not.
Like,
Don't
it
lie.
gets you a spot to the Euros.
Okay, that's the thing.
It
does.
can help. It can help. There's
Okay,
still Euro
okay.
qualifiers.
Like, if
though.
you, like, it gives you a spot to get into the Euros. But who gives a fuck?
It's just competitive friendlies. They're trying to make
No,
friendlies.
that's what I'm saying.
They're trying to make every game mean something.
Yeah.
Which is already
100.
too many games.
Like, it's good. Like, Angel Gomez is now in the English squad. That's what it should be for. Solanke is in the English squad. That's what it should be for.
yeah, Madueke.
I don't need to see
yeah.
Saka and Rice. I just saw them niggas. I don't
Yeah.
need to see them.
But it's also not preparation for the World Cup. It's not preparation for the Euros. It's
Yeah.
not preparation for. They play too many games, bro.
Yep.
And I mean, no, it's a huge issue. And even talk about the new UCL format where they now have.
I think people are overreacting about that.
But it's more games.
It's 2 more games for clubs that don't automatically qualify. If you automatically qualify, you play 1 more game than you played last season.
How you play 6 in the group stage, now you play 8. So that's 2 more
You
games.
only play those games if you haven't so at the end of the day, those players will not those games are not competitive if you're in the top half. You see what I'm saying? Like if
but it's what 48 teams.
you're not playing if you
and
are
only
I understand.
8 go to
But
the
people are
next
overreacting.
round.
People are overreacting.
But there's only 8 automatic spots for the round of 16 for
Exactly.
the Champions League.
Yes.
Only 8.
yes.
So every match is going to be competitive because if you're in the next 16 after that and have to go to a playoff to go to the
Yes.
round 2 of the
Yes,
Champions
yes,
League,
yes,
which is a
yes.
huge moment for
Yes.
you, both financially
But
and
Gabe,
for the success
you
of your
can
club.
keep going. But at the end
I'm
of the day,
saying you're adding more competitive
yes,
games.
but
to something.
those top 8, yes, but Gabe, come on, those top 8 teams are the teams that end up
Yeah.
going all the way and play like.
That's no guarantee.
Yes, it's no. I understand it's no guarantee. Fuck, but bro, like Real Madrid, City,
Bro, but I'm trying to say sports don't
Bayern-
work like that.
Yo, these saying yes. You saying yes.
Nah,
I'm
because you're
saying.
saying sports is just sports is not just this. That's why we watch the game.
at the end of the
You're
day,
talking to a Real Madrid fan
the
who be in the
teams,
final every
like-
single year.
like the
That's
teams
recent.
that will have
That's
to.
recent.
We complain about players having to play tons of games, and we always bring up the example of like Rodri played fucking 100 games. His season started in fucking August and ended in September type shit.
Yeah.
Like at the end of the day, Rodri will only play 2 more games this season, based on this new Champions League format.
I just don't think he's rich. That's fine.
That's what I'm saying. It's 2 more games that he probably
2 more on
and-
top of too many. That's
But
what I'm saying.
but what I'm saying is there's
Agree
no
to
difference.
disagree?
I get it. I get it.
The difference.
Agree to
I
disagree.
get it.
Yeah, yo, for me, that's bad funny. Yo, that's lit. I'm not gonna lie.
Too many games.
Watching
adding
that shit
more
every
games.
time.
I
Watching
hate
that every time is lit. I'm not gonna
Nah,
lie.
no,
For me.
fucking-
He said that's
Yeah,
fine.
that's
He
fire.
said that's fine.
Yeah, mercy.
I agree. There's too many more games, but like people being like,
Bro.
"Oh, the Champions League is
I
like
didn't
adding."
say that.
No.
I'm just-
No,
people-
I
people
agree.
are.
I agree.
There's
Like,
not that much
yeah,
difference
yeah,
from
yeah.
last.
No, I'm
season.
just saying, still adding more games. That's all I was saying, bro.
I think
Factually
Seb's
adds
point,
more games.
Seb's point is just that like people are blowing it out of water because
Yeah.
people are like, oh my god, fuck this new format when it's
Like, if you-
realistically just 1 or 2 more games.
Yeah.
I
So
think the new format issue is more about the format than the amount of games, though, because it took away the traditional group
No,
stage.
people's
that people
top
saw.
complaint is too many more games, too many games.
I see that people are upset
I got a
about
question.
the group stage.
Does that like has it affected the player's health?
Yes.
Absolutely,
Yes.
bro.
And that's what I was gonna ask.
Especially
young
What's the-
players.
like,
yeah,
clearly
what's the, like
statistically.
complaints? Has there been like a major injury?
Fatigues and
Constant
injuries,
major injuries.
over the last
Yeah.
3 to 4 years. Ever
Okay.
since, so during COVID, there was a break, right?
Yeah,
Football, there was a break.
yeah. There's breaking everything
Ever since that started picking up, bro.
because they also
Different-
tried
Trying
to
to catch back up the schedule.
Fake,
Yeah, same
bro,
thing.
fake.
Like,
And then even once they got back on schedule, it's just too much, bro.
No, they never got back on.
And it's
schedule.
like the
They
top
still aren't
players
because
also
AFCON
get
is still
hurt.
going to be in
That's
January.
the best
Word,
players
yeah.
constantly injured.
So the World Cup 2022 just had mad major injuries.
Yep.
And so they put together like a lineup of the best players at each position who was injured. And it was like that team could win the World Cup. And then you have young
Word.
players on a team like Barcelona who doesn't have a lot of money right now, so they're pulling from their academy. So guys are playing mad games starting at
Mad
17.
games,
By the
yeah,
time they're
young
21,
boys.
they're having
Yeah.
injury issues,
Yeah,
or even
true,
20.
true.
It's just too much, bro. And footy has, out of major team sports, for sure the smallest offseason. Not even comparable.
No.
Low key,
Yeah.
the preseason starts during the major
Yeah.
international tournaments in
Yeah.
the summer.
No, the season.
There's
starts before the season
overlap.
ends.
Like the preseason's
the
here,
season starts,
and now I'm in
before
the
season
final, and
ends.
so I just go to preseason late. But preseason's already started, and it's global tours. We fly into Japan, then we play in Brazil, then we go to Miami. Like, bro, they don't even get to just be in their city. It's nuts.
Some niggas
It's
get,
nuts,
some
bro.
niggas get under, less than a month. Or
Most get less than a month. Who gets a month? It's crazy.
Who gets a month?
You'd have to like.
don't play
Damn,
for the
fellas.
international tournament.
That's
That's
about
rough.
it, and maybe a month.
no,
I
but
heard,
that's a,
I heard
that's a
it's
fact.
worse in tennis.
But you get to
Oh,
choose your
shit.
schedule, which is
Come
the
on, come on.
difference.
But somebody was telling me like, yeah, they get to choose which tournaments they play in. But if you're trying to like
Yeah.
live a
Really with it, yeah.
earn a living wage, you have to keep playing. Like,
Mhm.
Y'all want a
I
fun
watch
fact?
I watch a lot of tennis, so it depends on your ranking. If you're a big dog, don't matter at all. What?
Oh,
You watch
yeah,
tennis?
yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
bro,
yeah.
I
If you're
played
making-
tennis
but if you're trying to
competitively.
hustle,
if
you
you're
gotta
making
hustle.
a Billy, if you're making a
Yeah.
Billy by
I'd
winning
say
one thing,
tennis in that sense is kind of like music. Like if some niggas see me good off 5 years with an album,
Yup,
other
yup,
people
yup.
drop,
Yeah,
drop.
keep going.
So if you just trying to still make those rankings, because you every time you win a round, the prize money doubles, then
Yup.
you do have to play. But if you going crazy, nah, you like Alcaraz, he needs to play in less tournaments.
yeah.
Put him in the majors and chill
and just cool
type
out.
shit. So
But I think it's his youth. He's trying to like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? He's like,
That's
look,
why he
I'm
lost, though.
here,
He's doing
let
too
me
much.
maximize my time. Like,
yeah.
I think
speaking of
Track two.
Speaking of maximizing my time,
Yes, sir.
Mbappe went to Real Madrid to maximize his time. What's your hate on Mbappe?
Crazy transition. We gonna let it rock though.
I
It's like when the DJ like
I
got to the
like
next
that.
song.
I
I don't
like
know if
that.
he was gonna do it like
You know what
that,
he's doing?
but you got to the next song. All right.
All right.
Yeah.
You know all my haters. You know all my
Give you that
haters. I just don't find it like cool. And I know y'all about to get on me and be like, ooh, with the money.
Who you think about to get on you? Who you
They're
think
not
about to
about
get
to-
on
I
you?
don't know. I feel like I've had this conversation a few times and people get on me for this.
Specify what you're saying though.
Sorry to
about-
Malcolm X it out, but bro, why are you playing for where you play for
Oh, France.
internationally? Like,
Oh, okay.
I don't understand that. Like, and this is my thing. Like, I personally wouldn't be able to sleep at night. in
Oh,
that
you're saying
type of circumstance.
why is he playing for France?
He's not talking about
Yes.
transfer. Yeah.
Oh.
Yes, I don't like that. Yeah, it's not about the transfer, whatever. He's cool. He's a good player, whatever. But like, my thing is, that's where my issue is with him. It's like, dog, you look crazy. You look crazy right now. You look mad.
It's a layered,
crazy.
Jamal. That's
Do you know the
very layered.
story though?
Do you think they all
The
look
story.
crazy?
The story is
No, I'm not saying he might not have a certain circumstance because I'm not that deep into it. I judge all of the players who do that.
We should talk about that.
I
but-
judge all of them just because my thing is, you know, when you play for these clubs, you're
Countries?
for these
Yeah.
countries, you're a role model to these people where you're from.
Yep.
I only was watching these games to see Mario Balotelli get treated how he was because I knew he was Ghanaian and he was adopted. You know what I mean? So it's like I have a personal tie to him. So it's like when you have that deep of a tie, especially the pride of what your nation is, it's just a little, I feel like it could throw things off for some people. And it might set a bad example sometimes. Because it shows that money may be more valuable than your people.
Is it money though?
It's a lot to it.
That-
I mean,
that's-
we
that's
could
what I
talk.
hear. Yeah,
We're gonna
there's
talk.
layers. I'm simplifying
As
it.
a thing.
Yeah, Seb, go ahead.
Do we want to talk about the layers? That's what it's gonna turn into.
Yeah.
we
I have some layers.
Yeah, don't let me like derail the joint.
have
I'm
to.
just saying.
No, I got some layers on it, but go ahead.
no, because it's like Okay,
What's the story though?
it's Mbappe's story is complicated. So he's half Cameroonian. His father's Cameroonian. His mother's Algerian. He was born in Bondy in Paris, which is like a very
Known
influential, known neighborhood in Paris. And so it's a black neighborhood in Paris. It's a black and North African neighborhood in Paris. So at the end of the day, there's a lot of black and North African kids born in that neighborhood that feel French. They feel French but a specific type of French. They don't feel like white French.
Diaspora kid.
They feel like diaspora French. Just like
first gen again.
An African American who grows up in America doesn't feel anything but American. But it's a different type of American than a white kid who grows up in America. At the end of the day, it's still a sense of being American. That is what you put down in terms of where you're from, but you might not consider yourself. You know what I mean?
This is like the conversation we're having off pod about the whole
on top of that
place with your lens and things.
On top of that, he wanted to play for Cameroon. He tried to play for Cameroon.
Mm-hmm.
My country asked him to pay $80,000 when he was 16 to play for Cameroon. France said, "Come play for us for free."
I feel you, and I know that sounds crazy, but like, all right.
Go ahead.
But there's legitimate pushback to that point too.
Yeah. Okay,
talked
please.
about this before.
It doesn't matter how bad you're. Like, all right.
No, talk about it.
How bad Milan is doing, right?
Yeah.
You pulling up, right? If they told you to sign up and get a shirt and get a kit it out, pay right here, would you do it?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
And
in that sense, because as a Cameroonian, there's a lot of like disgust for our country sometimes, and like the some
corruption, and
bro. Sometimes you like why
that,
like goddamn.
You're being Ghanaian,
and there's no way
you know
you
what
don't
he's
know
bringing
this.
up.
I completely get it.
No,
but my thing is to go stand for another nation in hopes to change their image when can kind of make it look like you're neglecting trying to change the image of your nation.
Sure, yeah.
What he'll say though is that his nation is France.
And that's where my problem is.
It's interesting too,
I mean,
because even in his position, bringing up Kylian specifically, he does also leverage like his position and world football to also talk about some of the things that go on within the French society as well. He has brought up the fact of, political issues as well as just the state of the federation. The French Federation, there's even been limits or quotas on the representation of black players there. But at the end of the day too, it's a lot of layers, and it's not an easy discussion.
It's never going to be black and white, but I think what you're bringing up is how a lot of people feel, and how a lot of people who are like not like diehard soccer fans, but peep what's going on. Like,
like what the fuck? Yeah, yep.
These are the things that keep me from being a fan like I used to be.
That's fair.
Like when I was younger, it was easier because all these things don't matter to you, bro.
Yeah.
What? Michael Essien and Drogba? Let's go. It's up.
Fathers.
Do the joint.
Yeah.
Cheer on my uncles.
No, they're playing back home too, which is different. Their come up is different.
Yeah.
They never played for other countries.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, think about that. You get to see, like, that's the whole like giving back to the hood idea in a sense. It's like that's the. It makes your legacy stainless, flawless. Nobody can say anything about you.
Yeah.
You were just a hero.
Do you think it changes anything when they
niggas don't appreciate him in Cameroon because he's mixed? There's another racial.
There's
aspect.
his has more layers.
We can talk
dual
about
nationality.
That. We're having what's my man Jerome and Prince.
Yeah, I would say Kevin Prince. Yeah.
That's like I'm wilding.
No, Kevin Prince Boateng. You correct? Yeah.
He's like Kevin Prince. Get the whole govy.
My fault, bro. That's what they call him. They call him Kevin Prince Boateng. Am I tweaking?
But yeah,
it is the govy though.
Yeah.
No, but I think it's that argument where it's like, okay, it's your personal choice, but it also affects what people will know about you.
Yeah.
It now shows people the type of decisions you make. And that also is something you got to live with. And it's okay.
Yeah.
He's still talented. Big him up. I just think that now leaves room for people to argue that at the end of his career. And you know what I mean?
Yeah. And I think going, at least for me, going beyond Mbappe specifically, the whole dialogue of like black players playing for like European nations or even like the USA, even though that's even more like
that's more complicated.
It is just like a matter. It like the boils down to like just like who you support the most, right? Because like in a sense, for me, it's like we're talking about like
not even.
It doesn't.
I'm not gonna lie, not even.
Why?
It
the,
doesn't
the
pull down.
journey of
What do you mean?
football in terms of what's been normal. A big thing is what's also been normalized and accepted, and what's needed to do to progress your career. Which doesn't mean that I'm saying that's what you should do,
Yeah.
but like. It's not just who you fuck with more. At the end of the day, what you're highlighting though is if you come from a family that wants you to support the country they come from too, they're not gonna run with nothing else.
But that's
what I'm saying.
But
Even,
that's
it's
No, I
even
don't
with
know,
white
man.
people. Like when Shaqiri plays for Switzerland, scores and throws up the fucking Albanian celebration, that nigga feels Albanian.
Yeah.
And yet he plays for Switzerland.
Where'd he
It's
grow up?
better for his
but
career.
that's him. Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. It comes down to support because it's the same thing in career, right? Like, am I gonna go work for a corporate, one of these massive corporations that are probably oppressing people who look like me in other countries, or am I gonna go suffer and like not advance my career, maybe struggle a little bit more and pay more and like whatever it is, but I'll have the sanity of like not doing that. Like it's that same conversation. And like I think like the most boiled down version of that conversation is like food, right? For me, if we're because you brought up the example of Mbappe and like he had to pay $80,000 to Cameroon, but he would have ate or he would have played for France for free.
He would have.
For me, if I'm thinking about restaurants, right? Like
Back
I have the
home,
option to go eat a burger at an American spot. It's $5. To eat the Haitian plate, it's $40. It's overpriced, but I'm gonna go support them either way because it's like it goes farther and it means more. And they probably need it more than like the American spot. You know what I'm saying? So it boils down to like
I need y'all cheap, riding tickets like this. I'm about to upcharge y'all niggas 60 a pop.
I'm not
60
saying
a pop, bro.
I'm not saying
nigga.
I'm not saying
bro.
I'm not saying it's black and white.
Yeah.
I'm not saying it's simple.
Yeah.
But if we actually want to put it like for what it is, like at the end of
I
the
got you. I'm gonna add to it.
I'm gonna
It's
add-
not
I
just
got- I'm
giving
gonna go to
$40.
as
It's not
license
giving
plate.
$40 to heads.
80,000.
Hold on. It's not even that. Now I'm gonna bring it back, and you
As a
gonna feel some of
teenager.
this.
But you don't,
Yo,
nigga,
peep. It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
just $40, peep.
You have it.
It's not just $40 to people that are gonna give it back to the community. Sometimes, and
Thank
not
you,
even
Josh.
just
Thank you, Josh.
nah,
Thank
for
you.
real.
Thank
You gonna feel this, bro. And it's not just like, bro, within the restaurant structure we're doing, bring it to another thing outside of football. You giving 40 to people who are holding bread and taking money out that community and putting it in Swiss banks and shit.
Thank you, Josh.
You're giving it to niggas who are
Thank you,
fucking
Josh.
up,
Thank
bro.
you. Thank you.
So it's like,
Thank you.
bro,
My president sleeps in Switzerland.
I was gonna say the corruption of the
okay,
country.
okay.
Like
which
Hold
doesn't make like the what's the word, the concept that you brought up invalid,
it's like Mayor
but it's just like the
Ooh,
personnel and the reality of why you're even paying 40 gets you tight. If you could put yourself in a position that could then change all of that, which is a lot of sacrifice, cool. Even goes back to the
first.
bro, which even goes back to the
I
thing.
understand, bro.
But that's the thing. That 40 isn't straight like help.
Yeah.
No,
That's why
you're not wrong.
Yeah.
But this is what I will say about that. It's not about. I think the conversation is more so the intent because we know
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
is the system.
Yeah.
We got to
Yes.
deal with the
Yeah.
beast. It is what it is.
Yeah,
We're
that's
in
what I'm
this
getting at,
system.
yeah.
But at the end of the day, I think that they say shoot for the stars, you'll land in the clouds, whatever that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Whichever iteration of that you
Mhm.
want to use.
Mhm.
But if you try and put yourself in the best situation to do the best for whatever place or people, it's just telling what path it's a fork in the road. It's telling what path you choose. So even if you do go give that business your $40 or your 60 or whatever it is, I think it also is to get the experience to know that there's somebody like me out here doing something on a level that I can even share with people who are not from here that may say, hey, I've never had Haitian food proper. You know what I'm saying? Oh, talking about y'all make beef patties with fish in them? Insane. I would like to see that. But if you on this stage in the city can show us about it, then it's only going to trickle down to more and more people in our community and outside of our community. So that's the only reason why I look at it like that.
there is
You know what I mean?
There's another nuance to it though. Is like you speak about him growing up in that black West and North African French neighborhood. He also has the uniqueness of being a black Frenchman in black French culture and what it means to represent the people who then grow up in that neighborhood after him. And the reality of the fact that France is going to remain to have a large black population, as there's a big black American population, or England, or et cetera, the growing black population in Spain. Like talking about representation and where you're from and whatnot, if you only ever tie it back to your historical ethnic background, in some ways, could that not be neglecting the reality of the experience in the country that you live
I
in?
think another thing
feel
to
me?
add on top of that
Fair.
too for some niggas is also the fact that when you go back home, and you brought it up, the fact that he's mixed, which I've also talked to you
The
about how niggas-
reception. Yeah,
it's
the
not
reception.
small.
Let me pull up and like, bro, what?
It's
If
also
I go back to
niggas-
Guinea-Bissau.
and
it's
niggas
different
don't
from-
jack you a certain
Bro,
way. You know what I'm saying? Especially being first gen.
you, dog.
Yeah, bro.
What?
Trust me.
But still, yeah.
The concept is obviously straight. Like, it's not like niggas don't understand the concept.
Yeah.
It's all, yeah. I think
just-
it just goes back to like just what you value the most.
Yeah,
Cause like I completely understand like the disrespect tip and like
definitely.
as an American born individual with 2 Haitian parents who has gone to Haiti and felt what it's like to be disrespected because you're not from Haiti, you don't have certain accent XYZ. I understand that point, and I understand the corruption. I understand my country's president got assassinated. Like, you know, like I understand the levels of corruption, but I'll still rather give my money and give my my time, my energy, and however I can before
if somebody
I give
goes
it to America.
100,
And I'm not saying everybody needs to feel that way. I understand why people feel differently, but that's why I say it comes down to what you care about the most. Some people would rather die back home and say like, "Yo, I gave it my best shot." The president who passed away gave it his best shot, and niggas still killed him. At least he could stand on that instead of being like, I went over to somewhere else.
And it was easier type shit or something. Nah, bro. And that's the thing with the Bailey situation.
I was,
you know, and so like for me, it's more so the fact that like, yo, you're picking your bullshit.
Yeah.
You pick your bullshit, and the reality fact is, if it's bullshit, you need space sometime.
Yeah.
When someone needs space, they need space.
I say all this without the intention of judgment.
Right.
Like I'm not saying like, oh, so and so is he not going hard enough or he not black enough or I'm
You're
not
just
saying
critiquing choices.
Different choices for different people.
I think it also depends too if you're first gen or not.
Yeah, for sure.
Because where am I going back to? You know what I'm saying? It's very different. No, I'm just giving an example too. You know what I mean?
Understandable.
So I think it's also.
My whole thing was like, imagine me with an American flag on my chest, and I hit an Zonto after I score. What I look like? That's crazy. Imagine red, white, and blue.
No, but
talk about wash and wear.
Nonsense. That's America, bro. America got that though.
Nope.
America got that. See, that's the problem.
I'm good.
I'm good. It's crazy.
So we gotta tell him about Weston McKennie.
Yeah. Weston McKennie, black player, dyed his hair red, white, blue for the World Cup.
He's not first gen African or nothing like that.
No, he's just
he's just from Texas.
No.
Yo, I don't have anything that has red, white, and blue on it.
Yeah,
I lied.
Nah, I got something.
I own some.
First of all,
I just thought about it. I had to go through my closet like, damn.
Regular ass colors.
You know what?
No, but I don't wear red, white, and blue.
Yo, you know when someone said something before verifying that he was.
Yeah, I had to. I literally opened the closet.
Nigga took the car. Yeah, thanks.
Talking about why he did that though.
Right. To match the jerseys, I think
he's a patriot, Texan born.
No, I don't think. I think that shit.
He was Germany born.
I don't know.
No, I said he's
no.
just
I
born
said he was
Texas.
Germany born.
Yeah. What's his name again?
Weston McKennie.
Chill, son. Don't be asking.
Nah. Chill.
Weston
okay.
I believe it.
Why you do that?
I believe it. No, that was Big West.
Fair question.
Big W.
Go ahead.
Nah, okay. So I just find that interesting. You know, that's not something I would do ever.
I wouldn't either.
I don't even grow my hair out. You know what I'm saying? I think Kendrick thought I think all of y'all might have thought I was bald for like 2 months.
Nah, I didn't think he was bald.
Oh, okay.
I know you got the waves under there.
You know what I'm saying? I need a cut right now, but it's all right. You feel me? It's all right. My barber be busy.
Word.
I thought you had the zero.
Wow.
Nah, just keep it going. Don't even address it. Don't address it. It's better when you don't address it.
Well, cut it out. He getting comfortable.
Yeah. So why
bit this?
I just don't get the whole. Like you got the kid on, bro.
Yeah.
You covered in the colors. What's more patriotic than representing the United States of America on a grand stage for the world?
Dyeing your hair red, white, and blue on top of it. What are you just talking about?
Are you guys familiar with blaxploitation films?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
70s.
Okay. This reminds me of a scene from a movie by Robert Townsend called Hollywood Shuffle. You guys should watch it.
Yeah.
What happened in that scene, boy?
Well, the movie is about the industry and the entertainment industry and how it typecasts people. It's just the specific type of typecasting that certain people get compared to others. You know what I'm saying? It's not like it's an older movie. I don't want to you know what I'm saying, give up the whole movie. But my thing is just sometimes people lean into things to show their commitment, and that's what that looks like to me. I don't know what his skill is, but I think that's like, all right, look, I'm a part of the team. I'm down.
I think we deepen it too much.
No, I know that's me. I'm sorry to Malcolm X it.
No, I feel you. People.
How old is he?
All right, 25, 6,
Oh, so
7.
he might just be a corny young boy, like not like that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
bro.
saying? Like Lil Uzi Vert, Dye My Hair. It's a young thing.
I don't think it was that deep. I don't think it was like miracle. Like, I don't, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you said Texas, so I'm over here like, damn, what's my man's looking at?
They trying to
stickers
succeed,
and all
though.
that.
They trying to succeed though, so it's different.
I
Yeah.
know.
Wow.
America.
Some more stories.
Yeah, Osimhen is bro. Talk about it.
Okay.
Victor
Osimhen.
No, I know.
Okay, bro.
Listen,
Listen.
no.
Nah, you nice.
No,
It's
it's not even like that.
my fault.
It's
Yeah,
not
yeah.
even
Now you
like
really
that.
got it.
He want to make joke. He can't.
Yeah, I
continue,
know.
so-
That's
I wasn't
why
even trying to make
like, oh
joke.
my
I was
No,
trying to-
him.
Oh,
Yeah,
facts.
I know.
Yeah.
That's why I just had to look away.
Oh,
Like,
okay. Y'all be.
I'm gonna have to say the name a couple more times.
No, I know. That's why I had to just get it out. I'm like,
Oh,
He don't want to call him Vic.
nah, Osimhen is cool.
I gotta say it once.
Damn.
Osimhen. How you say Osimhen? Osimhen? Leaving it in. We leave the giggles in.
Yo, drinking water is an insane decision.
Yeah. Yep.
Yo, Sam, why you do that to him, bro? You know he
We're
was,
leaving it in.
I was choking on the order.
Leave it in. Leave it in. I'm not in that shit. Y'all got it. Where tap
Y'all
out.
bugging out.
No. This in the episode, bro.
Yo,
They gotta
that's
know.
Mad funny.
Behind the scenes, 5ASIDE After Dark. What time is it? 9:30. Word. Do you know what goes down on this couch, bro? Wait, first of all, that sounded
Yo,
crazy.
bro, I grew up in the hood. I've sat on a bunch of strange couches. I'm not even.
Nah, this WTF Media
This
Studios.
might be one of the strangest.
WTF
This
Media
might be one of
Studios,
those
bro. The shit that be going on in here,
Niggas be getting
crazy
spanked in here.
type shit. Actually,
Put on a leash.
one person, literally like this, homie on a leash.
Jordan.
Time out. Y'all follow me on social media.
All right, that's fair.
Stop playing. Y'all
He's like,
actually
nah,
know
nah.
how I get down.
He's like,
Stop
I
playing.
seen it, bro. I
He
sent
He
it to
said I
y'all.
lived it. He said I lived it.
That nigga
feel
produced
me?
the show.
You
Nah,
feel me?
Victor Osimhen.
Yes. Okay. So Victor Osimhen, the son of Naples, as they called him for half a year. He helped Napoli win the league for the first time in 33 years. He helped Napoli get the league for the first time in 33 years since Maradona helped them do it.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. You had kids in Napoli wearing Osimhen masks
In blackface.
in blackface. You had kids dyeing their hair blonde. You had kids learning how to speak you had kids from Napoli speaking
Pigeon and thing.
Pigeon, going to games. You heard Pigeon chants in the stands. Okay. That's kind of the setup for the beginning of this season.
He was
Now-
the number. He was the number 9.
He was the number 9.
like the
Top
The
scorer, all
number
of
9.
that.
Top
all of that.
scorer in Italy. Won the Italian Golden Ball. Best player in Italy. But he had made an agreement with Napoli that at the end of last season, so at the beginning of this season, he was going to leave. He had signed a contract extension for 1 more year so that if a team came and wanted to buy him, Napoli would make like a return on the investment that they made in terms of buying him. That was the gentleman's agreement. Essentially, what ended up happening was that on deadline day, because it was left to the very end, Chelsea and the Saudi league, because the Saudi conglomerate comes in as the league and then places you on a team, were both looking to sign him. The Saudi league offered 65 million, Chelsea offered 60, Napoli rejected both. The story that came out from the Italian press was that it was Osimhen who had rejected the offers, but that's not true. That's not the case because he had already explained that he wanted to leave. And so what ended up happening was that the day after, once deadline day had ended, but the Turkish league's transfer window continues on for I think a couple more weeks, he ended up being loaned out to Galatasaray in Turkey. Galatasaray will pay Osimhen's salary, and then next year he will leave Napoli for free. What has happened there's been an insane switch in terms of how people, not necessarily in Napoli, but in Italy, and the media in Italy has begun to cover him. And I'm curious about your guys' thoughts on what it means to be such an important figure for a league and then essentially in 24 hours become the villain because of a misrepresentation of your character.
What were they saying specifically?
The common thing, oh, like you're just after money, like
Yeah.
all you like you're not loyal, blah blah blah. When it's been known that it's been known that he was gonna leave.
Context where he went to go ball out. It's a great club, like in terms of historically for that country. However, players who develop great careers outside of Turkey when they're more so going down in their career, getting older.
Yep.
They go there.
And this is a random ass move. Nobody would have thought he went to the Turkish league.
He has no choice.
He was linked with Chelsea.
He was forced out of the club too.
Yeah.
He was linked with Chelsea for real, and then
Okay.
it just fell off. The thing for me that's just weird is like he was so important, and like how you just win the biggest trophy for them in like the last 30. It shows more so the business side of like the club as well,
Bitter X.
I think it's such a strange decision.
You feel me?
bro.
Yeah, because they didn't.
take the dish rack when they leave.
But it's like that, but not wanting the money for them to pay the rent when they leave the crib type shit. Like they didn't want the money, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, nah, I'm not even gonna pay you for the lease. You gonna stay? Like what?
Because they'll make less. Napoli will make less.
Yeah, they could have made 65 mil.
Now they'll make 30.
I thought it's zero because he's leaving for free now.
I'm sure there's still gonna be like some sell on.
Okay,
They'll
still,
make something.
So
But
financially, and then if you, I don't understand it. And I've never seen a player that good be like frozen out of a team with like, and he had no team for a second. It was such a strange.
He wanted a transfer.
he wanted to go to Chelsea
for like a year.
He's been saying he wanted to be at Chelsea since he was at Lille.
He's gonna go the year after.
Yeah,
I think that's the
for free.
problem though. It's like, you know what I'm saying? The team doesn't want you to leave, of course. Like
They're gonna make it the worst.
For too many reasons. Yeah, they're gonna give you hell. They're gonna wait until the last minute and sit you exactly where you don't want to go.
And doesn't Napoli have like a historically known just asshole of an owner?
Uh-huh.
Like he's like sexual harassment, just like a lot of violate. So
No, I didn't know it was like that.
It's not like it's not out of character.
No,
ownership wise to do something that's like so spiteful.
Sports business is shit.
Yeah, him going to Galatasaray. I just did not have that on my bingo card.
Who's
That's
there?
the
Is
flip
Mourinho?
side.
Is Mourinho there right now?
No, Mourinho's at Fenerbahce.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
That's a good game though.
but I mean, on the plus side of things, hopefully he'll go to Turkey, cook.
Yeah, I was gonna
have a
say
really
that should
good
give him space.
Have a really good
Yeah,
season.
Yeah, space.
Have a good experience.
He's gonna gain another fan.
Fan
Club.
base, a new fan
Exactly.
And
base,
they got crazy fans out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
another title. And
Probably.
Hopefully.
And then hopefully move on.
Did they have one big Champions League matchup versus somebody related to a team?
just beat Young Boys?
No, I thought they had a big Champions League matchup that like, oh, they're gonna play X, Y, and Z. Maybe
I'm
I
not
forgot.
sure.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
But speaking of that whole perception of like calling him
Oh no, they lost. They lost to Young Boys.
Galatasaray, they didn't qualify?
I don't think they did.
That's
I think
crazy.
They lost to Young Boys.
Damn. But what you were saying was how they're not saying, oh, he just wants the money. Did y'all hear about the Ronald Koeman thing and Steven Bergwijn?
That's the next thing I was gonna say.
Yeah. So Ronald Koeman, who is a Dutch legend and the coach of the Dutch national team, has quote unquote frozen Steven Bergwijn out of the national team because of his recent move to Saudi League. I forgot which exact team it was. Al Ittihad, but he said essentially at age of 26, you should be concerned about sport and not about finances. So they say that any athlete that's going to the Saudi League is simply doing it to get a bigger bag than they'll get in Europe, and that he doesn't actually care about his own competitive nature. And so he's been frozen out of the Dutch national team, even though talent-wise, you'd think he should be on the squad.
The first thing I want to say is that I think that the first 3 or 4 teams in the Saudi League would be the first 3 or 4 teams in the Dutch League. I don't think that Al Nassr would struggle in the Dutch League. I don't think that Al Hilal would struggle in the Dutch League.
I'm
based on the teams they put
unfit
together.
for this
Like,
combo.
I don't think so. I really don't think so.
I'm unfit for this combo. I will say, do you know the context of the Saudi League? That's a question also.
Oh, okay. So what I know of the Saudi League is that like they give you the rapper startup kit. It's like pull up, you're gonna do mad tourism commercials.
Yep.
Then we're gonna run your bread up. You're gonna be rich.
Yep.
It's like Drake right now. You see how Drake said he was retiring, then he went on tour like back to
Yeah.
back?
It's like, dog.
Yeah.
I thought you were taking a break. From
Yeah,
music.
that was mad
But it's
funny.
like it's
Yeah.
really like that.
Yeah.
Look at how
The biggest bags
you
that you
how
could
they
see.
had, son?
Yeah.
They had something like a beauty pageant. You would have
Yeah.
thought. I was like, Ronaldo, I didn't know you was doing all of this.
Yeah.
Nah,
You big
400 million a year
Nah,
type.
trust,
Yeah.
ambassador type shit. And the reason I bring it up is just most of the perception, especially the biggest thing in football is heritage, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
so for especially a coach of such like, country that has such strong history, it's like, bro, but it's interesting because it's a different landscape now.
I think it's disgusting.
That's what I was gonna say. I mean, is there any part of
I
it?
think it's
Damn, I
disgusting.
know, right? It's just like
What's disgusting, Ronald
Throw it
Koeman?
away.
Yeah.
I
think
mean,
it's disgusting.
It's also
Okay.
stupid because Spain just won the Euros with a starter playing in the Saudi League.
Bro,
Aymeric
Conte was,
Laporte.
but bro, I think
Conte was great for France, probably one of
Yeah.
their best players. Like,
And that's the thing.
Can you
That-
imagine being a grown ass man telling
Yeah.
another grown ass man that you shouldn't worry about the money when your career is literally 10 years?
100
Yeah.
And you could get injured any day and you
Yeah.
could make no
And
money for the
that
rest of
too.
your
For the
life.
rest of your
I
life.
What the
That
fuck are you
too.
talking
No,
about?
dude,
I
that's
frozen
it.
out of the national team.
And maybe I want to play in like a whole different type of environment than I've
Completely.
ever played in.
Yeah.
Like, and this is a new experience. Maybe it's just something I want to do before I stop
I
playing,
think
dog.
it
Like,
Yeah.
shows the reality of who's talking. It's somebody who loves football enough to be the coach. You know, just like your mentality has to be
Yeah,
about football.
of a
to be
national
a
team.
It's
coach.
a little arrogant to be a coach, though.
No, but of course, and so that's the thing. There's an arrogance within the
also
pride.
old.
It's his
He's not
generation,
that old, bro.
bro. But even just
What
the
is he,
li-
65 at
bro.
least? Let me see his age.
Yeah, but he played on multicultural teams. Like,
yeah, but bro,
Doesn't
you-
matter.
It's not
the
about culture, it's
context,
about
bro.
yeah, I
age.
think that's
Saudi,
just like
Saudi's a new concept.
Internationales.
nigga,
He's
how the
61,
fuck are you
bro.
gonna tell me not to make money?
I
Bro,
Not-
feel
not
you,
making
but
money.
I think it's just the view of the
See,
league.
It is the
It's
view of
It's
the
not
league.
looked at like a
yeah.
serious.
If he got that
it's like-
bag in the Netherlands, he would not have said that. It's about the league.
And he
more than
left. The
money.
thing also that makes it layered is the fact that wasn't he just playing in Eredivisie?
Yes.
Ajax.
So he's also somebody who just left one
Your
of the top
country.
clubs. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying it's okay. I'm just saying that's why
You should
Look at all
understand
his
why
eyes.
Coleman
It's like,
thinks
yeah,
that.
this
It's
nigga-
not a top club. It's not a top. They were
Okay,
literally.
That's
like-
their top
No,
club,
but what
though.
I'm saying is that like if you the coach of a national team in that and somebody leaves who also it's not like he has to talk shit, but you feel me? Like he can't be like, oh, that's valid.
Yeah,
But
like
that
do
is-
your thing,
But,
bro.
yo,
rock out,
that's-
get money.
yeah, type shit. Oh, that's
Work for
valid.
Spain.
I think that
Yeah,
that's the thing. At the end
yeah.
of the day, that would probably be better to be like kept in house, maybe.
Thank you.
Which
Yeah.
is obviously the
Public
whole-
is not cool.
You know what I'm saying? But I don't know his relationship with Bergeron.
Sometimes we forget that we're watching Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, facts.
It's
I wanted to say
entertainment.
that earlier. Yeah,
No,
yo,
no, hold on.
I'm telling you,
Bro,
bro.
no, that's a great
'cause
shout.
Even the discussion we were having earlier about layout, like, bro, this is entertainment.
Love and
You know
hip-hop.
why? Bro,
Bad Girls
sports
Club.
is the best reality TV. That's why everyone watches it. It's the storylines, it's the drama, it's
supposed
the
to be talking
it
shit.
is.
It's supposed
It
to
is.
be your-
Sports
wear
is the
your-
best.
Wear your heart on your sleeve. Like
That's why you
Yeah.
gotta appreciate Coleman for that, because at the end of the day, like that is sports. Like those coaches that we look at, like, oh, they made this player who they are, whatever the case, they had this influence on this person. That's the intensity and that's the fierceness that makes them those people. And maybe a
Yeah.
different generation, and that's why it comes off a weird way.
Yeah.
But it's like, out of context, it sounds crazy, especially with the temperature of certain things in the world.
Mm.
I think it could just be looked at weird, but I get it. It's like, dog, you switching sides anyway, so get up out of here. You're not even serious. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
The bigger question is like, is he switching sides? He's just going to another club.
oh yeah,
You know
of
what I
course,
mean?
but
Yeah, for sure.
bitter exes.
Type shit.
I'm saying to
Nah.
take the utensil organizer too, not just the dish rack.
Yo, that's different type of petty.
Coleman's
don't
just
get me
mad
started
he
on
never
petty.
made that money, bro. That's all.
I was gonna say the old head,
It's mad.
bro. It's like the NBA. They be complaining about certain people making the amount of bread. You saw what Shaq said about Rudy Gobert. Said he's the worst player of all time because he don't play like he's worth.
Woo! I'm gonna
Yeah.
keep it a buck. We can't have that conversation. here. I don't respect Rudy Gobert at all. I feel that he just stand there.
Hey,
He's not no depoy.
We get some blocks, bro.
Yo,
get
speaking
some
of
flags.
people just standing there,
Yeah, go ahead.
this is a crazy. I almost feel disrespectful making this. I'm gonna do it different.
Ooh,
Nah, I'm
get out your
nervous.
shell.
I'm nervous, bro.
Get
I'm
out your
nervous.
shell, boy. Get out your
I got
shell,
very
boy.
nervous.
Yo,
Nah, do it. You got to.
you've
You
never
get your-
refrained yourself from disrespecting
Yeah.
anybody else.
Word.
Hey,
Nigga said I would hate to be
I'm
anyone in the world.
I'm
That's
actually gonna detach that and I'm gonna continue again.
hey, backspace, enter.
yeah. We're not editing that though.
The crazy segue that I just tried to do. So there's a player who plays in Germany. He plays for the FC Nuremberg under-23 team. His name is Nicholas Wilson Sommer.
Okay.
He was attacked by his own fans after posting a photo in an FC Bayern jersey to his story. He was part of a special photo shoot with David Alaba, and he was like posing in an FC Bayern shirt because he's an Adidas player. So
Mhm.
he just like took a photo in a Bayern shirt. They broke whatever bone this is.
His orbital socket.
Orbital. Is
Yeah.
crazy.
Yo.
Them shits was right.
Yeah. And over the weekend, at the
Well, they were
game,
bright red. They were ripe.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's crazy.
and over the weekend they put banners outside of his house saying that he should never play for the club again.
Bro, nah. We've talked about this before with fans going too far. Like I think it was Marseille who was abusing their fans, led by the ultras and everything. Like it's too much, bro. Didn't PSG fans pull up on Neymar's crib and shit like that?
Yeah.
There's boundaries, bro. Keep it in the stadium. And
Nah,
first
bro.
off, y'all already do abuse in the stadium.
Yeah.
which is already too much. But damn, if you're gonna yell some crazy shit, at least not racist,
Nah,
whatever. But
It's-
to do that, actual physical violence, what the fuck?
physical violence.
That's crazy.
Physical violence, I feel like is it also shows not I wouldn't say shows the status of the player, but like certain players I feel like won't get touched. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, they only
versus-
touch you because they feel like they can.
Yeah, like
It
some
was a
players-
U23 player.
That's the
Y'all
thing.
not doing that to
Like
big
y'all not doing
big
that
homie?
to for
Yeah.
me some players.
Zlatan, right?
Not
Like,
doing that for me, but
That's
it's still
crazy.
crazy. Like even shit in France, you brought up PSG fans. I don't know which fans did this to the pod, but some people got a whole what you call poster was like, "Do you know your dad?" or some shit to somebody who's like he didn't have his name. He doesn't have the name. He's Ghanaian as well
Yeah.
because his pops.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying?
he
wasn't
goes
there
by
type
Memphis
shit.
because of that, right?
But
Yeah.
the French fans didn't give a fuck. So do you know
Leon.
they had a whole poster, and obviously he in the interview was like, "Yo, like people have jobs. Like how are people this bored and idle?" But that's the thing about footy. There's a lot of passion, which obviously brings people together. But the fucked up shit in society shows itself in sports all the time because that's where people unfortunately release
And we always
real
say
bad.
the
too
bad
that-
stuff about
Yeah.
themselves
And
come
we-
out.
Everything comes out.
And we be saying football is like religion. Like the passion isn't normal passion. It's
No,
not
I get
normal
it.
excitement. Like there's be stabbings and shit. Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's not normal. It goes too far. So
And
you
that-
see the violence and like
That's
it's
the thing
crazy,
that
bro.
It's also sad because how does that affect his experience in the sport?
At the club, career.
well, he's out of that. I
His,
hope
feel
he
me,
gets to a better club.
Like and for fans that support you, because at the end of the day too, like he's probably had great experiences with football fans supporting him. I hope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
to
make
get
it that
touched
far.
like that, and then you go up to the club saying I got touched. That's a
Now how they
whole-
respond is a whole nother type of
nother-
thing.
bro.
Yeah.
You gotta protect your players.
So
So-
get their lick back.
On the flip side, in Napoli, bringing it back to Napoli, David Neres, who had just got signed for Napoli, the day after his first game, the sprinter van that he was in, the windows got blown out, and
Yeah,
people came in with guns and took his watch off him and his family.
yeah. Niggas suck, bro.
Today,
So you know
today,
what time it is.
today, the Napoli Ultras returned the watch.
Man.
Nah, they got that shit back.
They found whoever it was that stole it and returned
That's
the watch.
fire.
That's community.
That's kind of cool.
That's what gangs are meant to do.
Yeah, you
Feel
call
me?
your mans up, be like, yo,
Type-
handle that.
Type shit.
Yeah.
Type shit.
That's kind of cool.
I mean,
I have
support,
nothing
bro.
else to add.
Was
But-
there something like that with the car in Napoli?
Yeah, it's
The-
happened a couple times.
Nah,
happened,
that's
yeah.
different,
Mess
bro.
with the Napoli players, bro.
Bro.
Yeah, I'm not going there.
Type shit.
Yeah.
type shit.
Strange place.
Thanks for putting me on. I'm not even pulling up.
Or Naples. If you
Yeah,
type it in English, Naples. Don't go to
I-
Naples. Yeah,
I know
yeah.
where Naples. I
Okay,
love
gotcha.
Italian food. That's
What-
why I just love it from a distance.
Word. You don't need the Neapolitano in Naples. Gotcha.
Nah, I'm in New
Yeah.
York already. We good.
Straight.
Shit.
Facts. Eliot's got it.
I don't know if there's others.
Damn.
Nah, there are
Yeah.
other stories.
Mad other things, but
There's
Damn,
only
I
a
feel
couple
like I
minutes
had-
left.
I had one thing I wanted to say. I
Nah, please
forgot.
do. You don't remember?
Yeah.
There's Townsend that doesn't know what club he plays for, but I just thought the quote was funny.
What was it
So-
called?
Let me find it. I thought it was hilarious. Made me laugh.
Nah, you're good.
Once you do that, we'll do a little music fist
But-
and be out of here.
But
Word.
Yeah.
where is it at?
We haven't done music and physics. We got to try music with you.
Yeah, facts.
Should we just do that now? Because it's 9:55.
Okay, bet.
Yeah.
let's do it.
I'm rolling.
Nah,
Oh, it's
I have it.
9:55. My girl was like, babe, why you not
Facts.
home?
Type shit.
Because you on the
I thought you
pod.
look
You a
kitchen.
celebrity.
Mm.
You a viral movie.
Should I say it? Okay.
Yeah, quick.
I just love Andros Townsend, he's not clear whether he plays for Luton or Antalyaspor in Turkey. He said, "I don't know who owns me. I don't know who my contact is
Oh.
over there. So yeah, that's me. I can't play for Antalyaspor because they can't register me. They can't officially announce me because they've got a transfer ban, similar to what Barcelona have at times. So right now, I'm not really sure where I should move my stuff."
100.
Damn.
It exposes just the layers within having an international game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
many
word.
different, even citizenship, people have to worry about that type of
And
shit.
People not think about all of that.
Bro, you think you
Yeah,
just
it's
go
a
and play.
lot.
Bro, and the fact that
show
you're-
up like I'm here.
Yo.
You know me?
You know, Bellingham plays on an Irish passport.
I can imagine, bro.
And the fact
Shit
that
like that.
you buying contracts, you're buying the contract of the player with the right to play for the team rather than just instantly trading and swapping, which
swap, yep.
simplifies it in the US, which is all within one country for the NFL, NBA, MLB,
Yeah.
NHL, even if you got a little Canada or whatever. But yeah, it's crazy.
go
It's
for it.
wild.
Yeah.
What's that?
Huh?
My fault, what'd you say? Oh, okay.
Yeah, you gotta relax over here.
But now we try to end our episodes with music and fits. Anyone want to shout out some music they've been listening to, whether new or old? Any albums, artists? Not
yeah.
singles for Jamal.
I
'cause, you
want
know,
to
they released
shout
an album.
Let me find it. Hold on.
Is that Apple Music, bro?
Yeah, I don't listen to Spotify. I think Spotify versus Apple Music is an age signifier. Like
It's
this
so
is the Apple
interesting.
device, so I use the Apple software because I think that's kind of how things are supposed to go. Like PlayStation controller, PlayStation.
That's
I
not a
heard-
good comparison, bro.
No.
Because most apps are not from Apple.
That's
That's
very
completely
funny.
fine. But guess
That's
what? This
awful.
music one is specifically for it.
Yeah, and it's still not the best one.
Awful.
That-
The playlist thing, the selection of music, the smart show, everything.
I don't
it's
like
just for-
playlists. The artist made the album with
No, no. What
specific
about you
sequencing.
define
I don't
discovering
think on
artists?
that. I've
For
got behind every other
discovering-
thing you've said today, except for that.
For discovering music, though?
Personal vibe. Yeah, discovering music.
Whatever.
I think
He said you shouldn't listen to songs outside of that album.
no, not you shouldn't. I just don't like it. You know what I mean? Because I feel like it's like a meal. There's a certain order that certain things are supposed to come in for your palate, for you to receive the meal in a certain way.
What if you don't have
And I
time to
think
listen
the
to an
same with
album?
fucking music. I mean, then make the time, dog. I mean, that's a thing.
So you can't watch an episode. You got to watch the full season every time. Like,
no, I watch. That's different.
of course, but I'm just
Something
giving you an
episodic.
analogy. Yeah.
But imagine if you got one song off the album each week, you'd be like, "This is ridiculous."
So you don't like it when they need to drop seasons together?
No, that's cool.
Okay.
I'm cool with that. It's
I
a
think
series.
it might even be a reflection of the artists that you fuck with because they usually
You
put
like
things
album artists.
in like good collections. Like some people they got into fucking with their artists. off
Oh
the
my
fact
god.
That their like singles were lit. And were
They even call
hits and
some
shit.
people album
Nah.
artists
You feel
versus
me?
other artists.
Hold on.
That's facts.
I think it's because time out. Y'all, please. I'm not trying to play y'all. Just the actual thing. I had this conversation not too long ago.
Questions about
Y'all ever bought a
serious.
physical CD before? And how old were you?
I don't know if I buy. I've been
And,
given.
and then what album was it? Or what
You're
project was it?
cooked.
No, I said no.
I haven't-
said no.
yeah.
He whispered
Yeah.
though.
Yeah.
Nah.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a
Yeah.
good one. You said
Nah.
delete.
I don't know if I bought. I have
Bro,
from like
CD
older
player.
siblings.
CD
I
player back
definitely
in the day.
had like
I had it. I just don't know if I as
I
a
wasn't buying them.
I didn't buy shit until I got my iPod.
So my
Well, my
mom.
sister gave it to me and my my mom and shit. Like
Okay. All right. Fair.
I just didn't
Now,
buy it
Remember
myself.
CD player on the bus.
When I
Yeah,
was a
facts,
kid,
facts.
my mom after church, we would go to Jamaica Ave, and she would give me $3 to buy a bootleg. So this started when I'm like
Mhm.
6, 7. So like around the time I started watching basketball, back to the Knicks and the
Yeah.
finals comment, like this was the time where one of my cousins kind of just started showing me stuff. My uncle started showing me stuff, and I was really like starting to develop my personality. So my mom would allow me, with some guidance, to get certain things, and I bought the Rockefeller Dynasty bootleg. That's my first physical CD
yeah.
I bought.
Yeah.
But even like after that, on my own, I lined up for late registration the morning it came out
Yeah.
at Circuit City. You know what I'm saying? So it's like
At once,
I
it's
think
crazy.
that might be that might be a little bit of the difference in how we
Yeah.
listen to music, because I'm accustomed to getting an album, sitting with it for mad long. I
Attention
have a
span.
seven listens rule, where like if you can listen to an album 7 times, it's at least good. You can't say it's bad
Mhm. Yeah.
because you will
Beginning to end.
yeah, because
Yeah.
at 7 times, you didn't will yourself a couple of those times. A couple of those times, like, damn, I just want to hear this joint. I want to hear this vibe again.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you could even make it there, it got to be good.
Yep.
And then by the time you get to that many listens, you know the lyrics.
Mm.
You know what production you like and you don't like. You know what, like, I call it the meat and potato section, the hardiest parts of it, where it's like this 3 or 4 song chunk.
Facts.
It's really the like climax
Yeah,
of the project,
Yeah.
or like my personal part of the project that I feel like reaches me. So that's why I have that thing with
Yeah.
singles and so on and so forth. I'm very curious as to, you thought of placing this here for a reason. You wanted me to hear these thoughts after these thoughts, just like a conversation.
Yeah.
So it's like if I just start to put it in random orders, or I start to throw you other conversations, maybe it don't hit the same way for me.
Yeah.
I relate to that because I like enjoying an album for what it is and being an experience. But I feel like a lot of artists don't give you an album that's really an album. The album is a playlist. And in
Fair.
those
Fair.
situations, I'm not even giving you the credit of you made this sequencing. It's just songs on the list, which is completely fine. But I'm still gonna pick and play and not just go through the whole album itself. But I feel you in terms of like when it's a proper quote unquote artist who's like, nah, this is my LP. I'm really putting together
Yeah,
my 15
yeah.
songs, 45 minutes, story, thematic. Now I do agree the amount you gotta listen to it to really absorb it and treat it for what it was created for. But a lot of artists is not doing that.
They're not
bro.
doing that.
They're even shortening songs to get more streams. So
Get
they're
more
putting
streams.
some songs is 146 now. It's like that used to be interludes,
It's a
bro.
game,
It's
yeah.
a game, and it's unfortunate that's affecting.
They're
the
making
music.
us hate the third verse on classic hip hop records.
crazy.
It's changing our attention span. But I
Yeah.
understand what you're saying
Bro.
about discovery. I
Yeah,
do get that
Spotify
this
kills for
app-
discovery,
yeah,
bro.
That's
Yeah.
that's maybe their.
I use Apple Music.
Oh, okay.
Jesus
word,
Christ.
word.
Nah, facts.
I don't.
Jesus
I
Christ,
don't.
bro.
Spotify kills discovery.
No, he do a great job.
No, I'm saying, yeah.
I just don't. I don't discover music from the
I
app.
didn't even
I
speak
discover
just now. It was
music from my
gay.
searches.
I didn't
Yeah.
move my
Oh,
mouth. You
my
were looking at me.
fault.
Oh.
Yeah, I was
No, I was saying for
I loved y'all
discovery,
for a second.
and like Spotify will
77
give you, if you're into the most popular music, generic as fuck, Spotify has that.
Yeah.
But they have every single tiny little frame lower and lower until you get to the person with 30 listens who has one crazy song.
Which
That
one-
that is an algorithm that puts you onto exactly what you know you would like. And I'm just finding the most random of R&B singers that go
Okay.
crazy.
I
Like
seen
the
this-
way Spotify has
Yeah.
curated that shit with that algorithm is crazy. It's actually nuts.
Yo,
I
I
don't
seen
know
a
how they
discussion
do it.
about this recently.
Time
What y'all,
For sure,
yeah,
for sure.
what y'all listening to though?
Yeah, facts.
Go. Say your point.
My
Go ahead. Go around.
Okay,
Let me
word.
check.
I went back to some songs that I was listening to in 2020. Static, the EP by Brandon Banks.
Yo, he's the bro. Don't even get me started on Brandon Banks.
So I had forgotten about it, and I'm just surprised that he hasn't like blown up yet.
He's unbelievable.
It's
Unbelievable, bro.
I was shocked.
Nah, that shit. You
What?
listen to that.
Show me some freaky
Now,
shit.
Oh, okay.
Oh, word.
I'll see.
Anyway,
Y'all need to listen
Yes,
to Brandon Banks.
Brandon
bro.
Banks for real. So
Yeah, nah.
I'm just surprised that this stuff hasn't gone crazier than it has.
Cause think about what he's talking about, bro.
It's
That's not-
unbelievable. Anyway.
Yeah. I'm gonna shout out another Brandon Banks album really quickly. Natural Progressions, and also the cover is fire with the do-rag.
Oh, that is
Yeah, I actually have to listen to a very short R&B album talking about everything in life, his shit in Compton, love life. Like that shit is unbelievable.
But it's surprising how few listens it has.
Yeah, I mean, it's not commercial music. He really made an album too, so
Okay.
you would fuck with it. I'll
Like,
send it.
crafted.
Yeah, crafted. But I gotta shout out Big Sean on his new
Beautiful,
album.
like-
Yeah, no, it's actually beautiful music type shit. And his writing is ridiculous.
Yeah.
The pen is like that's actual poetry without music if you don't need it. But I gotta shout out Big Sean for Better You Than Me. Hold on. I wanna make sure I got that name right.
You fuck with Big Sean?
Hold on, let me go back. My fault. Gotta shout out Big Sean for Better Me Than You. I really fuck with the album just because of like the growth that he's gone through in the last few years.
Yeah.
So if you think back to Dance Ass to go from that to rap.
I went to that album release party.
How was it?
It was fire.
Yeah.
I tried to dap Jay-Z up and his security guard stiff on me. But Hove gave me a head nod, so I feel like I met him anyway.
Type shit.
I'm crying. Will you fuck with the album then?
Yeah, so I've been listening to
Talking about which album? Big
yeah,
Sean?
nah, I didn't really enjoy it, bro. I'll be honest with you. I think
Gotcha.
sometimes artists leave too much time in between their projects,
Nah,
and
so
it
he did
forces you
4
to
years. Yeah.
accidentally be critical. So it's like
That's
in
right.
his absence, he's allowed certain people to really solidify themselves with a sound, and it's hard not to hear this project and him accidentally sound like a copycat. Whereas somebody like me who listened to him from his first mixtape,
Yeah.
I understand that this is just him.
Yeah.
But
That's
his
fair.
lack of presence can definitely skew the vibe. And it's like, damn, I know you would make this song, but maybe this artist has made this vibe so much as of recent, it's a little weird to hear you like this because it feels like you might be dressing in his clothes.
The Cash Cobain song? Because I would say that sounds like a Big Sean song.
I felt like that about 4 songs, maybe 5 songs on the
Interesting.
album.
What you listening to?
Yeah,
though?
yeah.
I didn't even get to talk about
what
it.
yeah, my fault. I didn't even mean to.
What I
step
was
on you.
trying to say
Yeah.
was I really appreciate because I don't love the whole album, but the songs I do like, I really do like because he just gives a very grown, long-term perspective on like everything he's been through in his life. And for him to go from just making the club bangers to now got the song about his kid, the songs about Janae, and just talking about his struggles with mental health, everything he went through, like the song Boundaries, for instance.
Yeah,
Some of those
yeah.
bars hit really, really heavy. And it's the way he describes like chasing your dreams and going through all that and then realizing the moments in which you have to be present in the moment to experience that rather than just thinking about what's next and just how fast he got swept up in the lifestyle. Like that really grown, mature rap that he did, I fucked with heavy on the
I feel
album.
that.
Maybe those 4 or 5 songs, but some of it was some of the clubby kind of whatever.
Yeah,
But like that really grown shit, I was like, nah, I needed that from Sean. Like I needed that music.
no, it was
for real.
definitely like, yo, this is what's been going on, and really like listen to what I'm saying because y'all look like we were speaking about looking up to these people.
Yeah.
It's a real look at what's going on in their lives and like kind of an honest peer into what their day to day is.
Yeah,
like.
facts.
So I feel that.
Yeah.
I feel that. I've been listening to like random stuff. I just went on vacation with my lady for our birthdays not too long ago.
Fire.
So I still been bumping our Freaky on the Beach playlist. So
Yeah, okay.
that was
I need
What's
that,
the,
bro.
What's the first hit off that one?
nah, you gotta relax.
I'm about to go to the beach with my lady in Costa Rica, bro. I need that playlist.
No, you gotta relax. But yeah, I've been bumping the new Bronson album, you know, old head rap, but all
That's it.
old stuff. Kendrick know how I get down. I literally, if you paid in full, You know what I'm saying? Stakes is high, always doom.
Good,
Just
man.
my regular remind myself of who I am. In the same way you say of Big Sean, just the kind of the people that say the things that remind me of what I need to be doing.
Yeah.
And remind me to be inspired and just remind me to keep focused and stay in the energies that I need to be in.
Word.
For me, Say Vibes dropped the album, Lil Say Professor. And it's like I feel like he's been making a lot of like dancey and Mapiano type music, but this album was just like a lot more rhythmic. It's been on repeat, like that shit has crack in it. I should listen to it.
Fire. That new T.I. collab's cracking it too.
I thought it was alright.
Really?
Enjoying?
I like that shit.
What you listening to, Josh?
Shit, I've been listening to a good amount, I'm not gonna lie. Definitely shout out Star Bands. You know, Shorty from Chicago, she been doing her thing. Been listening to Wavy Volume 3. Been fucking with Volume 1 and 2 from Bex Blue. You know what I'm saying? He been doing a lot of shit that's real cool. In the UK, slowing, mashing up different songs and putting on different instrumentals. And it's been going a lot on different like spaces in the internet, so that's just been cool to see. Yeah. Melissa Remix, Reggie, Ghanaian Boy. I'm gonna put you onto that shit.
Yeah.
And
show
then
me that.
Party Bus Rhythm. It's been a lot of Jamaican artists that have been, you know, just putting a lot of, for me.
Bunny Parkway.
Oh, got a question. You said chopping and flipping beats, like putting things on other beats. Y'all mess with Knowledge?
Yeah.
Okay, where y'all mess with the new No Worries joint?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure.
It's Knowledge with the X, right?
Yeah.
I know Knowledge.
I just want to make sure y'all
didn't miss that. It was very like heartbreak album, but like
think
in a
so?
good way.
Yeah. I like it. I think it's really good. You know me, I like sad music.
Oh, dude.
It was
Bro.
like good
Introspection.
sad. It was good
Yeah,
sad.
it was
Facts.
real thinking stuff.
Bro.
Go over what we wearing real quick. I want to shout out Miffy.
Do it.
You should definitely shout out Western, son.
I know, and I'm wearing something that's not even available. That's annoying, right?
Even better.
Valid.
That's crazy.
All right, start with Josh.
Yeah, I'm gonna start it off. Right now I got Mifflin
Gang.
FC 2024 collection. You know what I'm saying they got a lot of track pants, track jerseys, you know, kit tops and bottoms. In general, got Mifflin on the pants as well. But no, peep them. You know, they're doing a lot. You know,
And long sleeve jerseys.
No, it's a fact.
Very nice.
This is
very hard to
if
find.
it's getting cold outside, it's very thin. Atlanta based, Nigerian owned brand. So
got the bros on, Joshua Muhammad, Taylor Two Cities. Y'all should look into their story. 2 ex-soccer players, bringing together their different experiences, their different religions, their different cultures. They got an insane collection. They did a pop-up over the summer where I copped this. So yeah, top in.
That's fire. Should I go next?
Yeah.
This is like an order thing. All right, bet. Yeah, I got on Western Elders. You know what I'm saying? I always kind of got on Western Elders. Like, why would I not wear my own brand?
Talk about it.
This is the Adawa hoodie. This is a painting that's been hanging on my wall since I came home from the hospital. And my grandmother actually let me have it recently when my family moved out of New York. So, yeah, I made it to honor, like, obviously my brand is about my experience in New York and in Ghana, but I made it to kind of honor one of the things that as a child, I'm like, this is reminding me of being back home for festivals and just seeing all the cool tribal stuff and seeing the whole regalia put together and like stage. So yeah, this is one of my favorite pieces. I wear it a lot. It's not available right now, but westernelders.com, you know what I'm saying? Come give me your money. Tell all your friends with bad spending habits and deep credit limits to holla at me.
Word. Chase Bank, you heard that?
And just like
up that limit.
We was talking about Mbappé, Cameroon, or France. You going to H&M or you going to Western Elders?
You feel me?
On, bro.
Stop playing, bro. Pull up.
What you doing?
We make it all. We even got baby tees, sis. Pull up. I got you.
Everything. Football jerseys.
All
of that.
Fitted.
Yeah.
What's Elders? I fuck with y'all town ISIS joint.
I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you.
Fuck with the football joint too.
Yo, don't worry. We got some more.
That look like straight from Boys in the Hood.
You know, I played. So my first 2 sports is both footballs. Like obviously, as I played like football originally, and then I was just a big kid, so they were like, "You need to be knocking kids out. Whoever got the ball, just hit them." I'm like, bro, okay. So yeah, it was just a reference to the actual practice jerseys from when I was younger. I actually made the pattern off the practice jersey. So I know a lot of the jerseys now have like a stylish fit, but this is a regular. That's why it looks like the Boys in the Hood joint. It's
it's the red
joint.
and yeah, facts.
Yeah, it's
that's
a real
fire.
joint. Rest in peace, OJ Simpson. You feel me? The juice is loose.
Oh wow!
Nah, this wasn't.
I'm wildin'. Nah, OJ was lit when I was a kid.
No.
All right.
Bro, he was lit for some other reasons too. God damn. Anyways, y'all are so insane. I got minimal LA flared denim on the pants with the Jordan 1 Gore-Tex collabs. And then on the top, big shout out to Design FC. Be sure to check out Design FC and our boy Omri. So this is a collective that works with children in Pennsylvania, and now they've done stuff all over the country and even I think globally. But is working on allowing kids to learn design skills from a young age and also be able to kind of express themselves through the designs, especially for, you know, the children in Chester, Pennsylvania who go through a lot of tough times. And so one of their jerseys, which was an anti-gun violence one that was designed by the children, actually made it into EAFC and FIFA. And so it's a jersey that you can actually wear with your ultimate team and things like that. But yeah, there's beautiful designs from, you know, children that are just learning to express themselves and get into the world of design and give them opportunities that they wouldn't have elsewise. So yeah, big shout out to Design FC, no doubt. And yeah, this is designed by the actual kids, bro. It's fire.
Yeah, they're cool. I met them by chance and like as like black man with a brand.
Yeah.
Meet some of them kids. It was actually really cool. I'm like, damn, y'all are fly, and better yet, y'all are about to smoke me. Like if I had the
they
tools
13,
y'all had,
bro.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, it's fire.
We're having a conversation. I'm like, wait, you understand? Not like, you know, not to play them, but
yeah,
like, I'm realizing how young they are as we're talking. I'm like, yo, y'all know what y'all are doing. My fault. Like, yeah, y'all. I'm like, you guys are just fine. Don't worry about nothing. You got it.
Yeah,
got it.
That's a fact. I want to mention something about Design FC after.
Yeah. Pretty simple. This is one of the cooler things I own right now. It's from a brand called Pali Roots. It's like it's the Palestinian flag, but it's subtle, so you can't necessarily tell unless you see the full picture. And then it has this beautiful. It's not really embroidered. It's rubber, like a rubber little Palestinian.
Like a patch, right? Yeah.
And it says Palestine on the back.
Beautiful. Matches well with the pants too, bro.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I was mad jealous of your fit, Seb. I was like, damn, I would wear that. I would definitely wear that jersey.
So collab with Western Elders.
You know what I'm saying?
Story to tell there.
Yo, chill. We gonna talk.
Type shit, yeah.
We gonna talk.
No, I had the kit that you brought up. I was just gonna throw it up real quick.
Oh, facts. Yeah. Nah, bring it, bro. For sure, yeah.
Nah, yeah, big up them kids. That was really fly. Like I met them super by chance, and then we started talking about it. I'm like, wow, man, like it's cool to even have this conversation to be able to show them what it looks like when you're 30 doing it.
To throw that up, and this will be our last thing. Stop the violence. And then the quotes too. It's like really powerful stuff, bro. Wow, yeah. Man. Shout out Design FC, shout out Omri, shout out Oliver over there, shout out all the children doing their thing. And it's continuously growing. If you ever want to be involved, just look them up. There's ways you can tap in with them. So
I was about to say, if you need anything from them, definitely let us know.
That too.
Always say, giving back to the kids is what we're about.
So. Absolutely. And that was that. Very special episode 64, 5ASIDE Podcast.
The children.
Peace.
On FIFA. They made it to FIFA, bro.